not worry.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. Do Not Worry podcast, not the gaming channel. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of Lebanon in the 09, folks. I'm on my own tonight, folks. The cats are outside. Not outside the house, just outside of the room. Because still, I've not found a way for them to not meddle with all of the cables and everything that keeps this system going. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm looking at the live chat here. We got Nogzolotl, we got Haley D, we got Rahul, we got Nour, Honk, Big, Mena, Rahul. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Folks, before we start getting into this creator clash business, let's get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. First things first. I got a brand new YouTube channel, folks. Do Not Worry Gaming. You guys might have noticed that I did a live... One second. You guys might have noticed that I did a gaming live stream on this channel like a couple of days ago. I played some Dark Souls, which is a notoriously difficult game. It is a game I've been avoiding my whole life. And so I did the first live stream on the main channel. But as you guys know, YouTube hates diversity. Once you know your channel makes one kind of content, sort of the algorithm is constantly looking for that same kind of video. So as soon as you experiment, it kind of ends up punishing your channel. So I ended up doing a brand new channel. So I just did the one video on this channel to kind of like introduce everyone to the idea of a new channel. And then I re-uploaded it right here. But folks, I did a live stream yesterday. I played for almost 4 hours. And today I played for 2.5 hours. I killed some gargoyles, folks, like a double boss at the end of it. It was very cool. It was like my last try. I'm like, I need to stop live streaming because I need to have dinner because I have a second live stream, this one. Did my final attempt and ended up winning, folks. Spoiler alert. So if you'd like to encourage me and encourage the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We need at least 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of watch time to be able to monetize that channel. And I've been streaming on there for 7 hours and 2 days, you know, for literally just for the fun, just for the hell of it, and just to try to grow the channel. So if you're interested in gaming at all, we're going to be playing lots of different kinds of games. I downloaded one of the South Park games, The Fractured Butthole. I have a bunch of other like fun little indie games that we're going to play, new releases, all sorts of things. I want to try to be active on this channel. So if you're interested in video games at all, I might even do a spoiler review or non-spoiler review of Superman tomorrow. And I might do it on the gaming channel since I feel like this is where everything nerdy can live. So do consider subscribing to encourage this other channel if you're into gaming. People are saying play Valorant. Hey, maybe, you know, we'll figure it out. And Mitsubishi Records says, hello from Palestine. Holy shit, hello. So definitely consider, if we can get this channel to like 300 subs by the end of this video, let's see if any of you are listening to me. 296, holy shit. Thank you guys, that's awesome. Well, keep going. I have the link, I think, in the description of this video. If not, let me share this channel, actually. Here. It is in the live chat. And let me pin it. The link is in the live chat, folks. Consider subscribing to the brand new... And we also have a Twitch. I should also share that Twitch. Nour, if you can add the Twitch or something. Angelina Blythe, who's been a member for 3 months, says, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well today. Well, hello, Angelina. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. That's fucking awesome. Speaking of members, folks, and patrons, if you guys would like to support the channel, please consider supporting us on Patreon. You guys can find a number of different tiers there, and I actually ended up creating a number of different level memberships on YouTube. There's different members of membership now, different levels. Sorry guys, I've been live streaming for 3 hours already. There are multiple membership levels now. So there's for $5, $10, 25 or $20, I think $50, kind of to match the Patreon levels. And I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of exclusive content for patrons. I'm going to go watch Superman tomorrow. I'm going to do a little vlog of myself at the theater, maybe give you guys a quick like review, post that for members and patrons. So please consider supporting us on Patreon. As you guys know, I have recently become a full-time streamer because we were let go of our jobs and my ex-employers are refusing to pay us our last paychecks, folks. Isn't that fucking insane? So a great way to support would be on Patreon. via YouTube memberships or engaging in the live chat, gifting memberships, sending super chats. But you guys don't have to do any of those things to support the channel. It is more than enough for you guys to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my new gaming channel. Don't forget, you got 2 channels to subscribe to: Do Not Worry Podcast and Do Not Worry Gaming. And you know, leave a like, leave a comment, engage in the live chat, and we will love you all the same. And let me take a second to take a sip of water because I am thirsty as fuck. Yo, Dark Souls is a stressful fucking game, bro. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys, it is stressful. Lebanon content when? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. We have a video to look at quickly today. So we're going to be talking about a creator clash today for the most part. Reacting to some videos, Dad's video. Just I want to talk about the situation in general. See what's going. And yeah, I mean, my brain has been melting from all the Dark Souls. So let's get to it, folks. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? I don't think so. This is our live stream going right now. Whoopsie. We don't need to have that on. Okay, let me start opening up some links. And let me thank, speaking of patrons, Irene the Dream, a brand new superhero patron that joined us. Thank you so much, Irene the Dream, for joining us at such a high level. And I'm going to look into if anyone joined the new memberships at a high level. I'm going to look into that and add you guys to the list and everything. I have not had time to catch up. It's been crazy launching a second channel. Let's see if it crossed 300 subscribers, folks. We're at 308 subscribers. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Keep subbing to the Do Not Worry Gaming channel, folks. I cannot monetize that bitch until we hit 1,000 subscribers. And I do not want to keep dying in fucking Dark Souls for no reason. Well, not for no reason. You know what I'm saying. Let's see how many of you guys are watching live right now. We got 120 of you live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Haley. Hello, Super Guy Bob. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, folks, subscribe to the gaming channel. The link is pinned up top. I need to add it to the description of this video. Nour, if you could do that if you're still in here. So, let us get to the main topic at hand. Let me just get my Word document open, folks. First of all, before we get into Creator Clash, this just happened in a cafe in Spain, something like that. Israelis evicted from a restaurant in Malaga. Sons of bitches kill people and you come and spend your holidays here. What nerve? Love it. Go eat in Gaza. So this is going viral all over the internet. Let's check this out.
Gracias. Fuera de aquí. Matas Palestina. Invitado, gracias. Fuera de aquí. Matas Palestina. Vais a comer en Gaza. En Gaza hay cerveza buena. Nada.
Taking the menus. I like how he says Gaza. He says it the right way too.
Hijos de puta, matan gente, vienen a hacer vacaciones. Fuera de aquí. ¿Qué hago esta sábado? Matan gente. Hijos de puta, matan gente, vienen a hacer vacaciones. Fuera de aquí. ¿Qué hago esta sábado? ¡Viva no! ¡Viva Palestina! ¡Libre! ¡Viva Palestina! ¡Libre! 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 Okay.
This is where it takes a twist that I was not expecting. I'm like, okay, the dude is like Spanish. He's like fucking pro-Palestine. Let's go. Fuck Israel. Then he's like, La Baika ya Nasrallah. Which is like what hardcore Hezbollah supporters like say in Lebanon when they're marching and like doing protests that are pro-Hezbollah, or when Hassan Nasrallah would give speeches, they would all start to say that together in unison, like thousands of supporters at once with their like arms, fists in the air. So like this dude is either like a Lebanese man living in Spain. I have no doubt this man is like a Lebanese Shiite, bro, living in Spain. Like the dude fucking busted out the La Baika ya Nasrallah with like that, bro. Like that. You know what I'm saying? This dude is no regular Spaniard, let me tell you.
Fuera, fuera. Fuera de aquí.
Oh, Angelina Blythe just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you for the gift, Angelina. That means so much. That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Llévalo. Pago yo. Pago por ti. Nosotros pagamos por vosotros. Por vivir en nuestra tierra. Fuera de aquí. Israelí. Sahionista. Fuera de aquí.
Sahionista. Bro. Is Sahionista the Spanish word for Zionist? Bro, what a fucking badass, bro.
La que servía a vosotros, hijos de puta. Perdón, señor. Pido disculpa.
How's he filming this? He's using both his hands. Does he have like a GoPro strapped to his neck? Okay, so that was pretty fucking based. You know what I mean? That's pretty badass. Unexpected, if you ask me. Just a little random video, just to before we get to the creator clash clusterfuck sadness. There's also this random video that I want to show you guys. You guys know Five Guys.
Budget cuts here in Lebanon, they have changed their model from Five Guys.
Whoa, chill out, bro. So you guys know Five Guys in America. Well, have you heard of Four Guys in Lebanon? And this is an American guy called World Nomad. Nomac. We've definitely, I think, seen some of his videos in the past, but I just found this funny. I opened TikTok for the first time in ages today. So let's look at this. There's a lot of these businesses in Lebanon, like almost the same as the American original, but like they'll change the name somehow. I've never tried Four Guys here.
The recent budget cuts here in Lebanon, they have changed their model from Five Guys to Four Guys. Let's see what the burgers here taste like.
Come to Four Guys.
Oh, let's see what we've got in here. Something delish. Marhaba, marhaba. I'm the boss. You're the boss. Nice. Alf Mabruk. Is this the only Four Guys in Lebanon, or is there more?
For now, yes.
For now, nice, nice.
Like they even copied the, like they definitely copied everything. Like they got the red and white squares. Like they're not even being like, I mean, if Four Guys wasn't enough to give it away, they even went for the exact same font, the colors, the red, the white, everything.
Marhaba, marhaba. I'm the boss. You're the boss. Nice. Alf Mabruk. Is this the only Four Guys in Lebanon, or is there more?
For now, yes.
For now, nice, nice.
It's gonna be everywhere.
Four Guys gonna be everywhere. It's a better business model than Five Guys because there's only four. And you can even get the peanuts. And this is where the
they even have peanuts?
Oh, the real question is it gonna be better or worse than
Bro, this is some guy who went to the States, you know what I mean? He tried Five Guys. He's like, bro, we will make Four Guys. They even have the peanuts.
Five Guys in America, Four Guys here in Lebanon. Let's try them out.
But Five Guys has a very specific taste.
Aluminum foil there, poppy seed on the buns there. It's feeling just like the Five
Poppy
Guys
seed,
experience.
sesame seed, bro, sesame seed.
Ooh, yeah, and that smells fantastic. Hello.
Sounds like a burger. Hello, eat me.
Num num num. Double patties. The consistency is very similar. It reminds me of Five Guys, but it's Four Guys.
Bro, that's so fucking funny, man. Yeah, everything is the same. Even the tables, right? Someone said the same tables.
With the recent budget cuts here in Lebanon.
Yep, everything is the same, bro. There's just no, they don't have the decorations on the wall that say like voted best burger in DC. By the way, did you guys know? I love Five Guys. I'm a defender of Five Guys, but like all of these awards and accolades that they got were like 15 years ago. It's all like from 2007, best burger in Northern Virginia. I'm like, okay, what about in the last 18 years? They're like stuck in the past. But I love Five Guys. It's fucking delicious. Kind of expensive, but delicious. Yeah, we should try Five Guys. Nour, add it to the list. Let's do a Four Guys vlog. How about that? You guys want to do a Four Guys vlog? As someone who has tried Five Guys many a time, folks, I am a Five Guys, dare I say, connoisseur. Okay? So, I am qualified to do that. Okay, let's get into the sad news. Creator Clash 3 was canceled. Let me read the official statement. Let's open up just a couple of these things. Fuck it. Everything's confusing. Okay, so Creator Clash 3 has officially been canceled, folks. It has officially been canceled. Here is the statement by Creator Clash. We've made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash. All existing PPV ticket holders will receive automatic refunds. No action is required. Well, that's good to know because I am a PPV ticket holder. And I was going to check if I had to do something to get a refund. Apparently, it's an automatic process, so that's good to know. While the event won't go ahead as planned, all funds raised so far will still be donated to charity, and our fundraising efforts will continue in the months ahead. So they're talking about like the over $200,000 that have been raised so far. Most of that during Hassan's stream reacting to the content nuke. Thank you to all of the fighters for their hard work and dedication, and to everyone who supported us over the years. We appreciate you. Thank you, the Creator Clash team. And that's pretty sad to hear. As you guys know, just a few weeks ago, has it been like a little over a month maybe? The management sort of like changed hands from Anissa and iDubbbz. They passed the baton over to I forgot his name. Andy, not Andy. The guy from Falcon or something. The gamer. that dude. He seems like a nice guy. And the event was going to be hosted by Alana Pierce and Ethan. I forgot his last name. I'm forgetting their names, folks. But yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad to see. As a big fan of the first 2 Creator Clash events, as someone who genuinely enjoyed those events, it is sad to know that sort of it has come to an end. Now, the question is, was this event kind of doomed from the start? Was this due to Ethan's nonstop harassment of iDubbbz and Anissa and the event, honestly, and sending his hordes of fans and making an alliance with the Sam Hyde fans, you know what I mean? And then like sending everyone to shit on Creator Clash for the last couple of months, making it impossible for anyone to talk about the event not relating to Ethan and iDubbbz and all that sort of thing. Veronica H. Song sends 15 shekels and says, I'm moving to Spain actually because of their anti-colonist ongoing fight. I'm moving to Barcelona. Well, that's fucking awesome. Anything to get you out of Israel. Anything to get you out of there, Veronica. That's so fucking awesome. We wish you the best on your move. Folks, W's in the chat for Veronica for getting the fuck out of Israel. So, yeah, Aaron, Game Grumps. Aaron from Game Grumps. That's right. That's his name. Game Grumps Aaron. Or Aaron. However he spells it. He was now responsible for Creator Clash. Jay LeRae shared this. Yeah, Jay LeRae, who was a fantastic fighter, by the way, in Creator Clash 2. I believe she was like a fucking badass on that thing. I was really looking forward to seeing her fight again. She says, this is okay and I'm okay. I got in great shape. Undefeated forever. Tiltify link for SU2C below. I don't know what SU2C is. But some fighters are taking it well. I'm assuming Jay LeRae is like close to iDubbbz and Anissa. But the fact is, the problem is, what's getting confusing, and like to be honest, is that iDubbbz and Anissa seem to be mostly in great relationships with all of their fighters. Like when you watch a lot of the behind the scenes videos for Creator Clash 1 and 2 and a lot of the podcast episodes featuring all of the fighters as guests, they would always speak so highly of iDubbbz and Anissa. But things have been starting to change lately. And all of these fighters are coming out and speaking out against iDubbbz and Anissa and the management of Creator Clash. And it's kind of muddying the waters at this point. Like everyone is jumping in on the anti-iDubbbz and anti-Anissa hate train, including Dad, including Hundar. Like it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little crazy. You know what I mean? Let's see what else there is, just in terms of these things. So even Ludwig, let me just see. I have a whole bunch of things here. I'm just not sure how to get them out there. Nissa's reaction. Okay, so let's get into Dad. So Dad, let's just jump right into it. I haven't seen this yet.
Cancelled.
Before we get into that, let's read Hundar's response, actually. But this is going to be kind of all over the place. This is mainly like a Creator Clash stream. Hundar had this to say on Instagram. He shared the statement from Creator Clash and said, my condolences to the fighters. I'm familiar with the disappointment of sacrificing your time and body for effectively nothing when you thought you were doing some good. Now, this is him probably talking about him participating in Creator Clash 2 and then getting an injury. He got a pretty bad injury. Not Tarzan. Okay. I'll try to check it. Try to send it in the chat or something. So this is Hundar. So Hundar like basically tore his bicep in Creator Clash 2. He ended up losing. I think he was fighting. I can't remember who he fought in Creator Clash 2. To be honest with you. Should have taken Creator Clash out back and put a mercy bullet in its brain after a year or two if this was how it was going to be run again. And by that, I definitely do mean the professional events company involved with the decisions and not just the obvious suspects. At least it will be a relief to stop getting angry about this. Okay, so I'm going to reread this whole thing. So my condolences to the fighters. I'm familiar with the disappointment of sacrificing your time and body for effectively nothing. So yeah, when he fought in Creator Clash 2 and tore his bicep, and then to find out later that no money was given to charity in Creator Clash 2, that's what he's talking about when he's saying that he was wasting his time. Should have taken Creator Clash out back and put a mercy bullet in its brain after year 2 if this was how it was going to be run again. And by that, I definitely do mean the professional events company involved with the decisions and not just the obvious suspects. And by obvious suspects, he means Anissa and iDubbbz. At least it will be a relief to stop getting angry about this. So, I mean, look, Hundar, by all accounts, is a very nice and likable dude. I don't know if he's been embroiled in any controversies. But that's his honest take on the situation. And from all I knew, he was like pretty close to Anissa and iDubbbz. So, I mean, to see him kind of turning on the event is disappointing. Veronica says, thank you, chat, for the support. Veronica, we all love you. So that's sort of what some of the fighters are saying. But beyond that, let Marina Nimis gifts 1 Do Not Worry membership. Thank you so much, Marina. That's very sweet of you. Let's see what Dad had to say about the event. Now, Ethan also reacted to this. We don't have to watch the whole we're going to watch it, but we're going to try to speed it up a little bit. Now, Dad, again, who was notoriously, you know, kind of close with iDubbbz and Anissa, this is the first time I think he speaks out against them publicly. And as you guys will remember, iDubbbz's coach was telling Ethan in that interview that, like, they called Dad weird and stuff. So let's see how this is going right here.
I almost quit when she called me because Harley was out. I was talking to Harley. Harley was talking about his frustrations. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is high school garbage. Well, this is a video I didn't want to make, but here we are. You didn't know, Creator Clash 3 is canceled. It's completely over. It's done. It's not happening. But I was hoping and
look, to his credit, Dad is definitely like a weird guy. He definitely is weird, and like his content is not entertaining at all, in my opinion. But he was a very entertaining fighter in Creator Clash, and like he feels like a Street Fighter character. He's certainly like he has like a personality. He has this whole weird look. Like, you know what I mean? He has a lot of charisma when he's fighting. So he's certainly a great addition to the Creator Clash roster. And I was excited to see him fight in Creator Clash 3.
trying and praying it would work
North Star Radio, Comrade Casey's in the chat. Salutations to Comrade Casey.
out and things would be fine, and I'd be able to box for my 3rd time and have a trilogy in Creator Clash, and I'd have 3 first-round wins. That was my goal, and that was my plan. I started training last November, and now here in July, I'm finally on pause with training because Creator Clash 3 is completely done. And even though Creator Clash 3 isn't happening, there still is going to be an effort to raise some money for the charity for Stand Up to Cancer. Aaron from Real Good, from Game Grumps, wants to try to still push people and do some fun things to raise money for charity, and that I would like
That's cool. So he's going to do a 24-hour charity dance stream. He's done a lot of those, by the way. Like he's a like crazy marathon
dance
dancer.
stream. I mentioned it before. I was going to do it leading up to the event. I was going to dance for nonstop for 24 hours, and as I'm dancing, we're doing different things to raise money. Please stay tuned for that. Keep your eyes peeled. The good news is you will be able to see me fight at some point. I have been talking to Misfits Boxing. It will happen some point this year. I'm guessing around the fall. So
okay,
there's that.
Okay, it's good to see him fight. I mean, I don't watch Misfits boxing events. That's the thing. That's what I liked about Creator Clash. It was the anti-influencer boxing event. It was a wholesome, and we're gonna watch some of my favorite moments at the end of the stream of Creator Clash, and why I think it means so much to the community. But like, I mean, I'll still watch Dad's fight on Misfits. Like, I'll probably try to watch a replay of it on YouTube or something. I'm not gonna pay a pay-per-view to watch a Misfits boxing event because all of these other influencer boxing events are so fucking douchey. I'm sorry, they're just fucking douchey, and they bring a bunch of douchebags to fight people you've never heard of, and like fucking weird ass like this phase guy is gonna fucking. It's like, bro, I don't care. I don't want to see buff douchebags fighting each other. I want to see like random fun influencers and creators fighting each other. That was always the joy of Creator Clash. Madman says the real Israeli left are few and far between, but awesome in my view. Of course, Madman, thank you so much for the €5, £5, and we love Veronica. Like literally, I think there's like 12 far left people in Israel, and Veronica is one of them. Let's continue Dad's video.
Now, to begin, I'm really bummed that the event isn't happening, and I'm now here making this video when for so long I tried very hard to not be negative and not jump in on all the negative talk going on surrounding the event. I tried to be a very positive person publicly and promote the event and ignore all the stuff that was
and
going on.
Look, I just want to give kind of a disclaimer before we continue. I'm a big fan of iDubbbz and Anissa. I'm a huge fan of iDubbbz, to be honest with you guys again, and I've mentioned how much Full Force inspired me to make my own YouTube documentaries. But I'm going to be honest in this video, and if I have some criticism of iDubbbz and Anissa and how they've handled a couple of things, I'm going to criticize them, and I'm going to be just open about it. But I say all of that with love, just like as a friend would criticize a friend. I'm not here to send any hate or harassment their way. So if I agree with Dad on some things that he says, or if I agree with anyone else on some of the things that they say, it does not mean that I dislike Anissa and iDubbbz in any way, shape, or form. On the contrary, I still look up to those two, and I kind of feel bad that they find themselves in this whole situation. But we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Going on, but now it's not happening anymore, so it doesn't matter, and I'm just going to say everything I've been thinking. I don't like talking about the money and the payments and complaining about that, but Creator Clash 2 and 3 have genuinely put me into a bad spot financially. The first 2 years at Creator Clash, we got $20,000. Every fighter gets $20,000 to cover your coach, protein, food, gym memberships, training. The first year, I saved a lot of money with the way I trained. Year 2 comes around. I'm now living back in LA. I wanted to work with my coach who is still in Portland. So in order to do that, I got like an Airbnb for a couple of months. So anyway, I spent all the $20,000 on promo, food, gym, training, and then I get back to LA after Creator Clash and I have nothing because I was expecting a bonus. The reason I spent all $20,000 that year was because this person tells me it's going to be bigger and better, which it looked like it was shaping up to be. Pausing for a moment to give an editor's note.
Okay, but wait. I mean, bigger and better. The event was bigger, the arena was bigger, all that sort of thing. But like, I remember the promotion and the hype leading up to Creator Clash 2. It did not seem like it was going to be any bigger. It did not seem like it was going to be kind of a success. In fact, I distinctly remember there being chatter online like, why isn't there more hype about this? Why aren't more people talking about Creator Clash 2? Which is why, like a lot of people, I was also surprised when they announced Creator Clash 3, even though, look, I don't care about the financials at the end of the day. I'm not a stakeholder. I don't have anything to win or lose financially if they make a Creator Clash 3. As a fan, I'm just happy that they were doing a third one. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, didn't the second one like kind of not succeed financially? So I was like, damn, I guess they figured something out to make a third one happen. Marina, my hand is doing a little bit better. I might keep this on for a little bit longer than expected, but it's doing better. Thank you for asking, and thank you for the generous donation, Marina.
I might do this a few times throughout the video as I'm going through it just to clarify and people understand exactly what I'm saying. When I say this person I'm talking to, I'm purposely not saying the name of the person. It's not Ian or Anissa. It's people who work for the event, for the promotion company, the PR company, or Real Good Touring. So there's a lot of people who we're talking to. At this point, I'm talking about someone who works for the event that I don't want to publicly expose. And then I'll just take that $30,000 or $40,000 bonus. It'll be amazing. I'll get an actual paycheck. One more pause real quick. When I say $30,000 or $40,000 here regarding what I could potentially earn for the bonus for Creator Clash 2, that was purely speculation on my point since I earned $27,000 at Creator Clash 1. It's a bigger event. I'm thinking, okay, I'll earn possibly $40,000. So no one ever said that number to me. I'm just speculating since it would be more possibly and probably than 27.
Okay, so he's doing his own math. Like, no one told him he's gonna make 40 grand. He's like, I'm gonna make 40 grand. I'm gonna rent this Airbnb, and I'm gonna like, okay, like, I'm not saying he didn't get fucked over. I'm not saying that Creator Clash 2 wasn't a financial failure, but like, also, you're making huge assumptions here, bro. Like, take some personal responsibility. Like, don't blame Anissa and iDubbbz for everything.
Expose. And then I'll just take that $30,000 or $40,000 bonus. It'll be amazing. I'll get an actual paycheck. One more pause real quick. It's going to be bigger and better, which it looked like it was shaping up to be. Pausing for a moment to give an editor's note. I might do this a few times throughout the video as I'm going through it just to clarify and people understand exactly what I'm saying. When I say this person I'm talking to, I'm purposely not saying the name of the person.
Okay.
It's not Ian or Anissa. It's people who work for the event, for the promotion company, the PR company, or Real Good Touring. So there's a lot of people who we're talking to. At this point, I'm talking about someone who works for the event that I don't want to publicly expose. And then I'll just take that $30,000 or $40,000 bonus. It'll be amazing. I'll get an actual paycheck. One more pause real quick. When I say $30,000 or $40,000 here regarding what I could potentially earn for the bonus for Creator Clash 2, that was purely speculation on my point since I earned $27,000 at Creator Clash 1. It's a bigger event. I'm thinking, okay, I'll earn possibly $40,000. So no one ever said that number to me. I'm just speculating since it would be more.
So I mean, he basically, I mean, he kind of mismanaged his money. He assumed he was going to make 40 grand. No one told him he was going to make 40 grand. So I mean,
possibly and
still
probably
sucks for him,
27,000 from year 1. When we get back from Florida after Creator Clash 2, we were at Marisha Ray's house, and she was having a party, and there is where Anissa told me, hey, there's no bonus. We didn't get any money from the pay-per-view, and people like pirated it. There was people in Discords with 30,000 people watching it for free. So there was no money left over for the fighters to have a bonus. And it's kind of like, I feel like Clark Griswold in a way where like I'm banking on that Christmas bonus and then I don't get it. I'm probably over clarifying things with all these notes, but I do want to say I wouldn't be able to do this event if there wasn't some type of a bonus pay or is boxing and still be able to pay their bills.
Look, and I gotta be fair, and Ethan keeps bringing up that point, which is wrong. He keeps saying, like, how is it a charity event if the fighters are getting paid? You can't expect people to put so much time and effort into training. Stop making, they have to, if this guy lives off of content, he has to stop making content to be able to train. If someone goes to university and studies for 6 hours a day, they have to fucking go to the gym a whole bunch. So you can't ask people to literally sacrifice their jobs and their lives and go box and put their lives at risk and not expect some kind of payment. And it could still be, and it is still considered a charity event, because as long as the event is raising money for charity, it doesn't matter that people are getting paid. People getting paid to get punched in the face does not make it any less of a charity event. So right now, that doesn't need to justify why he needs the money to train. And yeah, that isn't as successful as the other big time streamers who make like fucking tens of thousands of dollars a month streaming. He's a small time creator, you know what I mean? Bless his heart. Dad, I feel you. Right there with you, my man. So he doesn't, he's kind of over justifying why he needs the money. We get why you need the money, bro. Training is not cheap. I mean, especially in America, but like not even training, just not working and training instead of working. You know what I mean? Even if he's training for free, he's still training and not working. You know what I'm saying? So
I had to take this as a job because I need to earn money. I needed Creator Clash every single time to pay my.
Oh, is my audio cutting? Why? Is it still cutting now? Maybe try refreshing. If the audio's cutting, try to refresh.
Rent. That's just a fact. I don't really want to admit that, but it's true. I wish I was in a position where I could have done this for free and I wouldn't have these complaints. So the reason I even took Creator Clash 1 was because I was getting $20,000 and I knew I could keep some of it. So this year, year 3, I get on the phone and I talk for an hour. And I was like, I really don't know if I want to do this. What I was told by this person, yes, you're probably going to make a check this time. A ton of people are going to watch it. The mistakes were learned from year 2. Well, now look at where we are. It was even worse than year 2. And now I don't know if it's from the boxing, but it happened one night when I had a very hard sparring session. And when I turn my head now, I see bright flashes on the side and left of my head. I'm seeing them right now. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. And I never had that happen. And then that night, it started happening. And it was.
Damn, bro definitely got a bad concussion if that's happening to him. So I think if I speak to the side of the mic, it's not catching all of my audio because of the noise gate.
After 2 weeks in a row of hard sparring. And that was the hardest sparring I'd ever had. Didn't take me down though. And then he had to take a knee. And he is a 27-year-old amateur boxer. Just saying. Well, what the heck does it matter? Because I just did it all. And now I'm seeing flashing and my knees kill. And I don't get anything for it. And there's no fight happening. One time during training, not too long ago, my whole arm.
That does suck. And that is one. But I mean, also, that's kind of what you sign up for. Like, I'll give you guys an example. At my boxing gym where I train, there's this fighter called Junior. He was training for like 3 months for this fight. His fight was in like 3 days. At the last second, his opponent dropped out. They couldn't find a replacement. He trained. He spent 3 months fucking training and going through like an extremely difficult and harsh training camp for no reason. He literally started like crying. And I mean, I probably shouldn't share that, but like he said that like there were a lot of tears. He shared that on Instagram. Like after training and putting so much heart and soul and energy into it for his opponent to drop out at the last second and him to have nothing to show for it. Like when iDubbbz's coach was making fun of iDubbbz for crying, like real boxers fucking cry, bro. Like there's a lot of emotion in that thing. That's why it was so horrible of him to like weaponize that against iDubbbz and like, look at iDubbbz, he's such a pussy. He cried it after sparring. Like I know people that cry for their fight being canceled. So I don't know whatever the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, but also, I mean, you got to know the risks. Like when you sign up for a boxing match, you know that you might get hurt, you might get a concussion. Dad, you also risk having your opponent backing out at the very last second, and you might end up without a fight, sometimes without even getting paid. So, yeah.
I went numb again when I got hit by a shot. Now, that being said, this is boxing, and I did sign up for it voluntarily. I'm aware.
Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that, Dad. And I acknowledge you saying that.
Aware of what happens in boxing. I'm aware you get injuries, and I'm okay with that, and I'm willing to accept them. It's just really disappointing and a bummer because now I don't get to even fight in the event or make a little bit of extra cash to help pay rent. Creator Clash 3 this year didn't pay us the $20,000. They paid us the first 2 years. We were offered $15,000 this year. Then I heard through Harley, LA Beast got the 15 and then additional 7,000. And I was like, what the heck, dude? I just talked on the phone for an hour months ago and got convinced to do this because I was told everyone was getting paid the same thing. Now someone's getting 7,000. I reached out, I was like, can I get that 7,000? Answer was no. Answer was, okay, we can get you a brand deal. That's not happening now. LA Beats makes more than us. He makes out with more money. I'm in 3 of these freaking things. And I'm not blaming LA Beast. He got what he got because he asked for it. Why the heck did I not get it when I asked for it in the very, very beginning before the thing was even announced?
I mean, look, hey. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, I'm a fan of iDubbbz and Anissa, but I don't have to defend everything. And look, I'm coming from like a purely outsider's perspective. I don't have all the details. I don't know if what people are saying is the truth, but like if what Dad is saying here is true, if everyone got paid 15 grand and they found out that LA Beast got an extra 7K and then they asked for that extra 7K and if they were refused, you know what I mean? Then they have every right to be upset. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm not here to argue with Dad about that.
Then I go camping people on the internet were talking about this camping trip. The trip was set up by my coach as something he wanted to do in his life. He likes camping. And he thought, hey, you and Ren from Corridor and I trained together. Ian's like, hey, I want to come. Ian came down from
I like Ren. I'm a fan of Corridor Crew.
Seattle. He joined us. Odd Ones Out was there. Alex Ernst was there. Steven, another YouTube boxer, she was there. It was a bunch of us. On this camping trip is where Ian tells me, hey, I'm doing another content cop. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he goes, yeah, it's on Ethan. And I was like, Ethan Klein? And he said, yeah, it's on Ethan Klein. And I thought, oh no, why would you do that? The reason I was so concerned.
Raimi Winter says, dude sounds whiny. Look, he is whiny. Look, again, Dad is whiny and he's kind of annoying. He's an annoying content creator. Like anytime he talks, he whines a lot. He complains. He's constantly like bitching about shit and stuff. So I don't consume his stuff at all. I've only enjoyed him in the context of Creator Clash and him as a fighter. That's it.
By this, Ethan and I had a very big misunderstanding for Creator Clash 2 with our promotion for the fight. I'm not going to tell the story again. I've told it in the past, but like everything's fine with Ethan and I. It's all done. We've talked and we've messaged and we're all good. So when Ethan and I made up, I was so relieved. This like huge weight came off my shoulders. I was like, okay, I'm not at odds with somebody.
Yeah, relief, because you know what happens if you're not on good terms with Ethan Klein. It's just like nonstop fucking harassment. They're just like afraid of him at this point. And like now everyone's kissing Ethan's ass like he's the, you know what I mean? Like it's iDubbbz versus Ethan. Everyone's like, oh, Ethan's right. Ethan. It's all about Ethan. Him and like Ludwig and all the shit.
Then Ian tells me, before Creator Clash 3 is about to happen, oh, I'm putting out a hit piece on Ethan Klein. I'm thinking, oh my God, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to cause trouble? Because now I'm thinking, this is going to ruin Creator Clash 3 and I'm going to get screwed again. Yes, I can tell him I'm concerned. I truly thought it was a work. It was like a WWE promo thing where like they're going to have a fake feud. They're going to make up right before Creator Clash 3. Genius promotion. I watch a lot of wrestling though, so I probably was thinking incorrectly because that wasn't the case at all. It was a real beef.
Look. The whole iDubbbz, was the content cop a good idea or a bad idea? When the content cop came out, I like celebrated it. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I was as surprised as anyone else was about it. I thought that it was fucking cool. It was badass. iDubbbz like picking a side, you know, going up against Ethan. I thought it was a very cool video. Now you could make, and I think he had every right to make that video. He had every right to respond to Ethan after Ethan called him and Anissa out a bunch of times on the podcast. I'm not arguing any of that, but it did unintentionally rope everyone else in from Creator Clash, because whether iDubbbz, and look, this is something that we do have to say, I think iDubbbz did underestimate Ethan's response, and iDubbbz perhaps was not prepared for H3's response. iDubbbz should have been more prepared with response videos. He should have, like, he saw what Ethan has been doing to Hassan over the last year and a half. He saw how just nonstop and how obsessive Ethan got about Hassan. So he should have at least assumed that, yo, if I make a content cop, I gotta be ready for nonstop fucking harassment and attacks from Ethan, and I gotta be ready to respond as well. You know what I mean? And I feel like he was maybe a little bit naive and a little bit underprepared. You know what I mean? Like he just made the content deputy afterwards. Then he made the concern trolling video, and then he's kind of disappeared. Like, I feel if you were going to engage in this war with Ethan, you have to be willing and ready to go toe-to-toe. He kind of made the content cop, then the content deputy, and just kind of dipped, while Ethan has just been been relentless. I think if you're gonna get in this battle, maybe he should have had sharper teeth and should have been ready to fight a little bit longer. But you don't have to agree with that. A lot of people kept saying that he should just ignore Ethan and all of that. But like, I think he should have at least expected this level of harassment. Just watch Ethan for the past year and a half, how he's been harassing Hassan. So he should have at least known that he was going to bring on this level of harassment, at least towards him and Anissa. Now, towards Creator Clash, like a charity event, that was kind of shocking to me as well. But at this point, seeing just how crazy Ethan is, like crazy, but like him going down like the snark rabbit hole over the last year, I don't even think like that's shocking. You know what I mean? Like, I was still a bit surprised, but like looking back in retrospect, I should not have been shocked by that. You know what I mean? Just let me catch up with the super chats. Madma sends 10 euros and says, training for any sport event is grueling and injuries may occur even if you don't train for something professional. I agree, if someone got paid more and everyone thought they got the same, that's shit. Absolutely. No, definitely. And again, boxing in particular, all sports are dangerous. All sports are grueling. Boxing, you're literally putting your life at risk. You know what I mean? So, and while I am always shocked at how expensive it is for them to train, like it would never cost me $15,000 or $20,000 to train in boxing for a couple of months. I get that living in the States and living in LA and having to pay like rent prices in America, everything is going to cost a little bit more. So yeah, Marmar with another €2 says, not a win for Ethan or unfair what iDubbbz did. I don't know, it's definitely not it's not a win for anyone, honestly. Everyone's getting fucked in this situation.
I don't keep my ear to the ground when it comes to YouTube drama. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's mad at who. And I don't care. I don't want to know. I wish it was back in the 2010 days and everyone was doing sketches and stupid characters and we lived in simpler times watching someone talk about a Game Boy Advance game. I will say, if you're new here, please subscribe and check out my new talk show that's filmed here in this television studio. Top of the line production quality going on in here. And I love doing it. And you can be an audience member.
If Dad's going to promote. Don't forget, folks, subscribe to my brand new YouTube channel, Do Not Worry Gaming. We have a link pinned in the live chat. Check it out. Nour, can you please add the link to the description of the video? We were at 321 subscribers. Let's go, folks. Let's get it to, can we get it to 400 subscribers by the end of the stream? Do Not Worry Gaming, folks. I'm live streaming my Dark Souls experience. I'm playing Dark Souls for the first time. Join us there. Let's go. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, guys. Whippity whip.
Or you can call in and you can talk to me and be on the show. So Ian and I are walking around getting firewood and he's like, yeah, Ethan said a bunch of stuff about me and Anissa and I need to respond to him, so I'm gonna make a content cop. He puts the thing out and he screws every single person. He screws Real Good Touring, all the business professionals who are making this event with him. He screws me. He screws every other boxer. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't wait 2 months. And here's the thing.
Okay, so now this is where everyone is blaming like iDubbbz. They're blaming iDubbbz and iDubbbz's video for ruining Creator Clash. When the question is, should you blame iDubbbz or is it Ethan that has been going after Creator Clash nonstop? Like you could, okay, iDubbbz dropped a video talking about Ethan. Ethan could have just responded to iDubbbz. Ethan could have been going after iDubbbz and just made fun of iDubbbz for 2 months. But no, he went after iDubbbz and Creator Clash. He made sure that his fans did not buy tickets to Creator Clash. Like, they kept talking about Creator Clash and what a failure it was going to be, etc. They brought Creator Clash into it. But the problem is, bro, Dad is too afraid to say that at this point. Dad does not want to piss off the rest of the internet because defending iDubbbz and defending Anissa has no benefit on the internet right now. You know what I mean? All the juice is on the hating iDubbbz and hating Anissa train. We've looked at the videos. There's a whole industry on YouTube dedicated to hating iDubbbz and Anissa. So right now, Dad is taking the easy way out. He's jumping in with it was iDubbbz and Anissa's fault. They ruined Creator Clash. They would never dare blame Ethan at this point because he's got all the freaks. He's got Keemstar on his side. He's got XQC. He's got whatever the fuck, bro. Nick, eat the Oreo. All of the weirdo incel fuckers who like to watch, who like mostly enjoy influencer boxing. I enjoy boxing in general. I only like Creator Clash when it comes to influencer boxing. But it's the easy thing for Dad to do at this point. He's not going to side with it. What's in it for Dad at this point to side with Anissa and iDubbbz? Plus, I mean, for him, it's kind of personal because according to iDubbbz's coach, they talked shit about him. So for him, he's like, fuck him. I didn't get my money. They talked shit about me. Creator Clash isn't happening. Let me try to get a few followers and let me get some clout. Let me join forces with Keemstar and the likes. Noxolotl, who's been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Noxolotl. Says, on an unrelated note, Ethan told Adam he deserved ice getting called by his snark. The snarker was actually an H3 fan and the Adam snark got taken down. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, again, I'm not a huge fan of Adam McIntyre, but like, no one should get ice called on them, of course. But Adam has, I mean, look, this is where things get a bit weird. Adam does support like H3 Snark, but H3 Snark is nothing like the H3 subreddit. The whole thing is fucking crazy. But yeah, it's an insane story. Madness Arcade sends $5 and says, for a gaming channel, split the streams, make the videos short, 10 to 30 minutes. Most people aren't going to watch the full 3 hours. Short attention spans. Yeah, I'll try to cut them up into videos. Eventually. Right now, I just have the full live streams up. But yeah, thank you for the advice, Madness Arcade. Hope you're enjoying the streams. But I mean, also try to watch the whole thing. It's like you're playing it with me.
I'm not going to tell someone what to make. Even though I don't like drama and negative content, it's not my place to do that. So I chose not to do that. At some point after the Content Cop video, my friend Yoda talks to me and says, all this crazy stuff's going on with Ethan from H3. Child Services is being called on him. He's getting human skulls mailed to his house.
By the way, just completely acknowledging that his friend is called Yoda.
I didn't know what any of that was about, but I felt bad for him because it sounded insane. So I went to an H3 live stream and donated $20 and left a comment to try and say something positive. I also said I was bummed about the content cop video and confused on how to move forward. Now, I'd like to clarify why I did this. I could have just DM'd Ethan on Instagram to say, hey, I hope you're doing well. But I hadn't talked to him in like a year.
Okay, so he sent the following to Ethan on a live stream. Hey guys, I've heard about the stuff going down. I feel for you. Really hope everyone feels as good as they can. Hope everyone makes it out sane, and good luck, Lena. This whole thing is a bummer for all. It's weird that he put that out. I feel confused too. So this is here again, Dad hedging his bets, going with the tide, feeling like, you know, public opinion against iDubbbz and Anissa is not switching for the better, at least for him, not enough. So he's like, you know what, let me side with the H3 people. They seem to be on our side. Froggy Fresh is in their chat, so let me join in on there. Harley's there. You know, Harley's a friend of the show. H3 is now the safe haven for ex-Creator Clash fighters. So...
And I didn't know if he was going to respond to me. Also, I really wanted to publicly say...
I feel bad for Dad and stuff like that, but like he is kind of a whiny little B word. You know what I mean? He's kind of very whiny. Like, oh, he's 44 years old. He's like, oh, Ethan, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Let me be your, like, bro, you're an old man, bro. Like, why are you even sending it's like a 19-year-old sent this message. It's like a child sent
this video is kind of weird in a simple way. When I said we're all kind of confused by this, I was sharing the sentiment of a few fighters that were genuinely confused as to why Ian and Anissa made this video when we all...
Hey, Ethan, you've been talking shit about this event for the past couple of months and talking shit about the organizers, but why would they make this video?
Have an event coming out. So all the fighters had been very quiet and were like afraid to talk about things. So I thought if I made this donation, I could say in a sort of friendly way, hey, yeah, we kind of think this is weird. Hopefully it all blows over. I wasn't trying to insult Ian or Anissa, but I was just addressing the obvious that yes.
Blows over, bro. You were just giving Ethan more ammunition, bro, and being like, look, you see, we're all against iDubbbz.
This is awkward now, I'm sorry. And I felt that was not an unfair thing to do. Then, the next day, Anissa texts me a screen grab of my donation, and she says, is this real? Anissa took that as I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and H3 are not my enemy. So then Anissa makes me feel guilty and bad for what...
Bro, okay, first of all, Ethan and H3, like, made so much fucking fun of Dad on their show over and over again, calling him, like, fucking crazy, making fun of, like, the chair that he sent and, like, the bit and all of that. Like, that is kind of a pushover, bro. Like, I used to watch H3 when they fucking shat on you episode after episode, calling you like an insane, obsessive person, bro. So you making up with H3, I don't think ever made up for all of the fun they made of you. They mocked the shit out of him. So I'm like, I'm cool with H3. They're not my enemy. They're supposed to be your enemy, bro. Like, H3 did not treat you with any respect after a certain point. I remember that very clearly. So... I mean, yeah, look, is it weird for Anissa to be like, why are you talking to them? Why are you texting them? Probably, but they've been burned in the past, bro. They've been burned in the past. But maybe this is a case where, look, I mean, they should kind of let, like, this is, I think, a mistake on Anissa and iDubbbz's part. You also can't control all your fighters. You have a roster of, like, 16 or however many fighters. These are all big online personalities with their own lives, their own connections, their own friends. They're going to be guests on some podcasts. They're going to send messages to someone. They're going to send a super chat that you might not like. You pick your battles. You got to pick your battles. For example, when Froggy Fresh made the OnlyFans joke about Anissa, I think that was him crossing a line. I think that him getting thrown out of the event was justified. He made fun of the organizer. He made fun of the organizer's wife. He made fun of her profession or something that she does online. While training with someone who is actively insulting iDubbbz and Anissa on a daily basis. In my opinion, they had every right to fire Froggy Fresh and kick him off the event. So this is when it makes sense to get involved, be like, hey, is it true that you did that? Or like, you made that comment, we don't like that. If Dad leaves a comment on an H3 video, sure, it could be annoying. Sure, he could be kind of a little bitch doing it. You know what I mean? But you don't need to reach out to him. You don't need to reach out to him. Let it be. You can't control these people as well. Like, this is a place where Anissa and iDubbbz also should maybe kind of like, they kind of messed up a little bit.
I thought was a nice thing. And she's like, oh, I can't believe you would do that. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood, high school garbage. What the heck are you doing? I was texting Yoda, my friend, about this. And I said, I think I'm going to walk. I can't believe, I'm not dealing with her. I can't do this right now.
Walk away from Creator Clash. You must not. Train. You must. And that is why you fail.
Almost quit when she called me. Because Harley was out, I was talking to Harley was talking about his frustrations, I was saying, yeah, Anissa just called me. She tells me, this really hurts us, that you would say this, because in the donation I said, this is really confusing for all of us. I don't know why they put that video out. It hurts you that I said I'm confused why you're ruining the event? What are you talking about? It hurts you.
Okay, but again, this is just the convenient shifting of blame. It's not Ethan's fault for continuously talking shit about iDubbbz and Issa and Creator Clash. It's your fault for responding to Ethan. It's your fault for making a video talking about Ethan and Ethan's crash out for the past year, and Ethan calling iDubbbz and Anissa out on his podcast like the week before.
More that you put your video out, not me being upset about it. Oh, I burned a building down. Now everyone's complaining, and it really hurts me that everyone's complaining about my.
And this guy's 40. Oh, sorry. But keep in mind, this guy's 44 years old. Like, he's throwing a tantrum like a little child, by the way. And like, again, I paused at just the right moment. But he is like, this is an immature guy. Okay, this is an immature dude right here that we're watching.
Fire I caused. What the heck are you talking about? She acted surprised that I made that comment on the H3 stream when she said, but Ian told you he was making that video on the camping trip. But just because he told me he was making a dumb video doesn't mean I should just automatically be okay with it because I heard about it beforehand. I can still think it's a dumb idea to put out when you're simultaneously putting on an event that's supposed to be non-political and not tied to any drama. Now, at this point, online, all anyone is talking about is how Creator Clash is failing, and it's a disaster. So I thought...
I want to hear what he said again. Veronica, with another donation, says, don't forget about Ethan's sexual joke about Anissa. Yeah, wait, I remember. That was creepy as hell. Of course.
That's supposed to be non-political and not out of it because I heard about it beforehand. I can still think it's a dumb idea to put out when you're simultaneously putting on an event that's supposed to be non-political and not tied to any drama. Now, at this point, online, all anyone is talking about is how Creator Clash is failing, and it's a disaster. So I thought, in order to combat some of this negativity and maybe try to sway some people into having some sympathy for the fighters and maybe put a positive spin on all this and get people motivated to support the event, I thought I would go on Keemstar's podcast. And Keemstar has an audience.
Why is his face yellow all of a sudden?
Who actually watches YouTube boxing. But before I could go on the podcast, Ian saw a thumbnail Keem posted with my face on it saying I was going on his podcast. So Ian calls me and says, we'd rather you not go on his podcast because we don't know what he's going to say. I said to Ian, it doesn't really matter what Keemstar says because he's going to talk trash about the event regardless, whether I go on the podcast or not. If I go,
but okay, maybe he's right. But if you're a fighter at the event and you're sitting on a podcast with someone who is openly shit-talking the event, it does seem like you're condoning what the host is saying, Nathan. Like, you got to use your brain as well. I'm going to back up a lot of the things that you're saying here, and like, you're right to be upset about a lot of the things that happened to you in Creator Clashes 2 and 1. But I mean, in this case, I understand. Like, and don't forget, Keemstar runs like Happy Punch, or he's one of the owners of Happy Punch. And at some point, like, he considered Creator Clash like kind of like direct competition to what he was doing over at Happy Punch. So like, he doesn't like the fact that iDubbbz was running this independent boxing event. He's not a fan of iDubbbz, and he wasn't a fan of iDubbbz for criticizing him on how he was running his influencer boxing events. So you know that Keemstar and iDubbbz, there's bad blood between those guys. Okay, so you going on a podcast hosted by someone who is shitting on Creator Clash, you as a Creator Clash fighter, you should know, just think logically. It seems like you're standing against the event that you're fighting for. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the right to be concerned. And I mean, I think the fact that it got to this point, it got to a point where the fighters want to go talk to Keemstar means that there were many failings along the way. Like, iDubbbz and Anissa must have dropped the ball a little bit. The fact that you're even considering going to Keemstar, but like, for them to be like, hey, maybe it's not such a great idea, I also get it. Okay, this is the whole thing. It's a complicated situation. I can't just defend anyone blindly here. Okay, it's kind of a messy, shitty situation that wasn't handled perfectly from the beginning.
On, maybe I could at least combat that and try to sway some people and defend the event and make people kind of feel some sympathy for me and the other fighters and possibly turn the tides and get people to come around on this. Ultimately, I told Ian I wouldn't go on the podcast.
AC says, a toe in every pool, this man. Yeah, this guy wants to be, I want to be friends with Ethan. I want to be friends with Keemstar. I want to be friends with Anissa and iDubbbz. I mean, sometimes you do kind of have to fucking pick a side. If you're on an event with iDubbbz and Anissa, you can't be buddying it up with fucking Keemstar, bro.
Because now I'm thinking, I'm rocking the boat. I don't want to make people upset. I don't want to get Ian and Anissa to kick me off Creator Clash because I'm being controversial or I'm stirring the pot and causing problems. I really didn't want to get kicked off. And I also didn't want Anissa to call me and get after me again for doing something that she didn't like. I thought this was too risky for me and I was jeopardizing my own stance in position in this event. So I said, fine, I won't go on the podcast. But the whole time I'm thinking, I really do want to do this. I want to go on there and talk to Keemstar and try to promote the event and face all this criticism and try to do some damage control because no one was doing that. But I did also get...
Guys, like the stream. Don't forget to like the stream. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my brand new channel. Do Not Worry Gaming, folks. Do Not Worry Gaming. The link is pinned in the live chat. 328 subs. Let's go.
I want to go on there and talk to Keemstar and try to promote the event and face all this criticism and try to do some damage control because no one was doing that. But I did also get injured that day in sparring. My arm went numb, which is a thing that happens sometimes when I got hit. So I had to go to the doctor. So it was probably for the best that I went and got that checked out. But I did say to Keemstar, I would like to come on the show later and talk about this because it was something I wanted to do because nobody else was doing any damage control for this event. Now, every fighter in Creator Clash 3 was offered $15,000 to cover their fight training, except for LA Beast, who I guess got $7,000 additional because he said his training cost more than that. I don't know if anyone else got additional money. As far as I've been told by the event, he was the only one. Regardless, when the event got postponed, they offered everyone an additional $10,000 as an extension to extend your training until October.
Okay, that makes sense.
A lot of people couldn't do the event now because it was getting extended. Myth dropped out, LA Beast dropped out, Freddie Wong dropped out. I didn't drop out. I thought about it. I thought, is this worth doing? And then ultimately I thought, I really want to box. I've been training for so long. I don't want to stop this and I want the event to happen. And I really want to get in that ring a third time. Also, that $10,000 will help me out. In addition to that $10,000 extension dollars, I was going to get now a cut of Ian and Anis's 34% that they were going to get paid. But since they've dropped out, all that money will go to the fighters. I'm thinking this is great. And on top of that,
this is great. The event going through all this shit and this transformation, I'm going to come out like a bandit. Now, he's starting to talk like it's all about the money for him at this point. And look, I mean, look, I'm not going to blame him. Who can blame him if all he wants, like at this point, you know what I mean? All he has left out of this is money. The event is fucked. Idubs and Anissa have left. Everyone's shitting on the event online. He's like, hey, look, maybe if I can get paid. But like, clearly at this point, that's all he's thinking about.
I would also potentially get a bonus check after the event sells out. They'll split up extra money with all the fighters. So I'd get 3 types of payment. I'll get that $10,000 extension and then the 2 bonus checks, we'll call them. But now that the event has been canceled, I'm not getting that extra money. I'm not getting that $10,000, even though I did some of the extra training because the event's canceled now and it's just over and there's just no more money. And it's really messing me up. It's really hard for me to be okay with this. That's why I'm...
Dad, bro, I got let go of my job and they still owe me my last salary and they're trying not to fucking pay and they're not even answering us, bro. They owe my entire team our last salaries. They owe a bunch of my coworkers like months worth of severance. I have coworkers that are stuck in Dubai with their visas expired and my ex-employers are not paying to renew their visas and they're fucked. So it sucks expecting to get paid and then being sort of kind of abandoned. I get it. Okay, I get you, man. So you might be annoying. You're an annoying, whiny little bastard. Annoying, whiny little bastard. But I kind of get you.
Making this stupid video because I'm upset. It sucks. I put my heart into this. I got freaking beat hard this year, harder than I ever had. And I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to train like a freaking professional. Keep my head down, avoid this drama, and now here I am, screwed. At this point, I just started getting...
Oh, he's crying, bro. Jesus, man. Come on. Get a hold of yourself, Dad.
Too worked up, so I'm now just ending the video. When I filmed this, I just sort of spilled my guts and got kind of worked up. Then I remembered more things I wanted to say, and I tried to compose myself a little bit better, so the video's a bit wild. The last thing I want to say is that I always tried to be respectful of them, publicly and personally, when I was talking to them. I've always given them the benefit of the doubt and never really wanted to place blame on them or anyone. And then it turns out they were just talking trash about me behind my back. Ian's coach said on H3 that they used to say I was weird and talk trash about me, and then I also heard the same thing from Froggy Fresh 2 years ago. I don't care if people think I'm weird because I do make weird videos. I like being different and unique.
Okay, I mean, Dad, come on, you are weird. If there's anything you are, if there's one word to describe you, it's weird. And I don't even think you would mind being called weird. Now, maybe you took it that it was mean, okay, but like, it's the only way to describe you. Like, yo, Dad's weird. Just keep that in mind. We love him. He's great, but he's weird. Maybe they said that. You know what I mean?
To people saying I'm weird. I was just very surprised that it was happening by 2 other creative people. I thought they were like me, and I didn't expect them to make fun of me for being different. I thought that was the point of Creator Clash, was to gather the unique people and put them in a boxing ring. I guess not. So there you go. That's everything. That's my side of things, and that's how I feel. I'm a little embarrassed to even put this video out and join in on this like conversation and expose myself and show myself as getting worked up, but I'm choosing to put it out. I'm choosing to leave that stuff in because that's how I feel, and it's real, and this is what all of this has done to me, and it's made me act this way and feel this way. When it's all over, it's done, and we don't have to think about it anymore. You can see me box on Misfits soon. I will give you updates on that once I have them. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't expect any more videos like this. I'm never going to do this again. Goodbye.
Well, that's what he says, but if you go back, if you look at his view count, his videos get 6,000 views, 4,000 views, 7,000 views, 7K, 4K, 2K, 2K, 3K, 3K, 1K, 1K. Talks about Creator Clash, gets 87K. Ooh, I have a feeling Dad's going to be making some more videos about that, let me tell you. So that is Dad's opinion. Now, that was a long video. Let's get into what we're going to watch what H3 had to say about this. H3 celebrating the demise of Creator Clash. But let's see what Ludwig had to say, because Ludwig's reaction has been extremely controversial. And let's see what he had to say right here. FT Jan, who's been a member for 1 month, says this is going to be the highest viewed video in months. He wanted to do this video. Oh, we know, definitely. He's looking for this. He's enjoying the views.
I think ultimately the right call that they canceled it. Because if they had gone through with it, I think it would have done so bad. Ethan Klein did it. Okay, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I do think iDubbbz posting the content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever. Straight up. That was crazy. I think it was not considerate of how many other people.
So he's doing the Nathan Barnett thing. He's blaming iDubbbz for releasing the video, and zero blame for Ethan's reaction to the video, including shitting on a charity event nonstop for 2 months and trying to get people to not encourage the charity event. That is what Ludwig is choosing to do. And I told you guys last time when I was talking about the Mango story, I told you I did not like Ludwig. And that was weeks ago. That was before it was cool to hate on Ludwig. That was still when people were shitting on Mango and trying to cancel Mango. It was before they went for Ludwig. I was one of the first fucking people online, by the way. And we're going to talk about that. To be like, yo, this is all fucking Ludwig's fault. Like, he invited Mango over. He fed him alcohol. This whole event is about drinking. He put the fucking guy there. And then he's like, oh, Mango's not allowed to come to my events anymore because he got drunk. Like, bro, you fucking put him there. You fucking brought an alcoholic, fed him alcohol, you know what I mean? Paraded him around this event, and then you tried to act all fucking innocent. I called it out as soon as I fucking saw that shit, bro. I do not fucking like Ludwig, man. So, let's continue.
Would be dragged into the situation, who don't give a fuck and just want to fight. You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening, I would say. That makes no sense to me. It did not help the event whatsoever. It hurt the event. No one went to bat but Hassan for him. But, like, also, Hassan's audience isn't watching fucking boxing events. What is that? That's not, I don't know. At some point, you have to realize you're operating a business. And, I mean, you have to make the call. Like, what's more important? Is the business or you know, making the videos you want to make? Which is, like, your own call to make. But anyway, I'm kind of sad about it. I won't lie. I'm kind of sad.
So he has a whole video, apparently. Like, he made a whole video. Let me see if I have the link. Like, he talked about it for like a whole 9 fucking minutes or something.
All right, chat.
But before we even get into that, let me show you what I had to say about Ludwig. I was cursed with this. If you guys haven't seen this on your timelines today, I'm sorry for bringing. North Star, your chat, like, I wish I had a bit of your channel's juice. You're doing so fucking well. We're so fucking happy for our brother, dude. Like, our comrade, folks. Like, your video, your last one got like what, 100,000 views. Something to watch tomorrow. As I set up my PC, I'm gonna have comrade Casey stream in the background. So Smash Bros Pro Mango under fire for harassing multiple streamers while drunk on Ludwig's stream. And Lee Cinderella, okay, I have like I've seen some clips of this dude. I know he's dating QT Cinderella. Okay, I'll be honest. This might get some people mad, folks. I don't know much about Ludwig or QT Cinderella. The little bit I've seen of them online, they strike me as a little vanilla. Hey, North Star, we were talking about you, North Star. You caught it. I was saying how proud we are and how much we love your channel. And how impressed we are at your growth, man. W's in the chat for North Star Radio. Anyways, let's continue listening to me shit on Ludwig. Vanilla. I don't know much about them. They strike me as a little vanilla. A little vanilla. I don't know much about them. I don't know the content that they make. Not for me. I'll say that. And I know they're like in Hassan's circle, all that sort of thing. I've just never really watched their stuff, okay? But like, we're gonna get a taste of Ludwig's event where Mango was hanging around. Okay, and here's a little bit later where I kind of instantly blame Ludwig instead of, I mean, Mango obviously is to be blamed as well. He's an adult who can make his own decisions. He got drunk, he harassed people, but fucking Ludwig put him there, bro. Use that little brain of yours, my man. Yeah. An alcoholic, getting too drunk, and weird shit happens. Control, shit gets rowdy. You say, well, control yourself when you're drunk. That's the point. Happens, and weird shit happens. Why are you, like, why, like, okay, it could be fun, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. But like, don't start shitting on a guy for getting too drunk at the let's see if you can get drunk event. Like, you know what I mean? If the whole event is about drinking and seeing if you can hold your shit, okay, he didn't hold his shit. And like, don't invite an alcoholic to an event about getting, like, if the guy is known for getting wasted and getting banned off of Twitch for alcohol, like Ludwig, use that little brain of yours, my man. Use that brain of yours and don't invite him. Don't wait for this to happen. What the fuck is the stupidity? Okay, so as you guys can see, I am not a fan of Ludwig. I am not a Ludwig defender. I've been calling this motherfucker out. I mean, it's only been like a couple of weeks since he's too vanilla. Like, why would I even ever talk about Ludwig? I don't even know what the fuck he streams about, what he talks about. All I know is that he's dating QT Cinderella. That's literally all I know about the guy. All I know. I know nothing of the man. He has a whole 9 minutes talking about this shit, bro. And no, he's not right. I have it in the title of this video is Creator Clash 3 is canceled and is Ludwig right? No, I mean, look. Actually, before I even get into that, let us see Anissa's response to Dad's video because she's going to explain some things here. She says, I just want to make it clear, we haven't had any contact or control since we publicly stepped down. Even though me and Ian were the faces of the event, many people were behind the scenes making decisions together. The event wasn't doing well way before the content cop. A combo of many things contributed to that reality, including lack of promotion, influencer boxing being less popular, the economy, etc. I think that what it boils down to is poor communication from everyone, even after we left, which is unfortunate. At the end of the day, I care about people getting paid for the money they were out for training and charity, getting their money, and both of those things were done. I really loved this event. I loved what it stood for, and I really wanted to believe we could push through, but it just wasn't realistic. None of it was malicious. So Anissa's coming out and saying like, yo, stop fucking blaming the content cop. The event wasn't doing well since the fucking beginning. Content cop or not, like now Ethan and everyone and H3 can conveniently point to the content cop and be like, look, ever since he made that video, the event was failing. The event wasn't selling tickets to begin with. Creator Clash 2 was barely a success. So it didn't take a genius to figure out that Creator Clash 3 probably wasn't going to be a success as well. When I bought my ticket and like talked about it on Twitter, like no one was engaging with me like, yo, I bought my ticket too. It was just me. I'm like, yo, I just bought my ticket. And I got a couple of likes like, yo, good for you, bro. It's not like people were excited about the event. You know what I mean? Because it kind of lacked promotion. It wasn't promoted very well. So I do kind of understand that. So let's keep hearing what this guy has to say. Ludwig.
If you guys haven't heard, there's been a big update. Creator Clash 3 is officially canceled. We talked about it a bit ago, so I finished the event. If I'm being totally candid, for a way, whatever. It hurt the event. No one went to bat. I'm looking forward to seeing them fight. You know, like I was looking forward to the Minecraft bout. The Sapnap in Tubbo. Trevor's a friend of mine. We play basketball every Sunday. I know how hard he's been training. I mean, that's another thing too. The trainers or the fighters have been training so hard. So it's kind of sad that they won't get to, you know, see the what's the phrase? The fruits of their soil, the fruits of their labor.
The fruits of their labor, dumbass. He really does have a small brain, doesn't he? I have some tweets that I want to read that kind of encapsulate what we've been saying here. So no, to disagree with the title of this video, Ludwig is not right. Oh yeah, this fucking video. Look at this video of fucking Ludwig at the event, bro.
I'm no longer inviting.
Look at this.
Hey everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
Hey everybody, Mango just blew a .32. I didn't even know he was this negligent, bro. Like he literally was celebrating the fact that Mango was fucked up. And then he pretends all like he's innocent and was like, oh, I didn't know what Mango, like we kicked Mango out of the event. Why would he do that? It's because of you, you fucking idiot.
Hey everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
am no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moves events. Cause like, you know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like
Yeah, it's a privilege to go to a Ludwig Mario Kart party. Let me fucking tell you. Justice for Mango. Mango. I want to see Mangoes in the chat right now. Mango. 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 He's an alcoholic. It's a serious problem, but who fed the alcoholic the alcohol? Ludwig. Mango. Mango. And that's not me celebrating a sexual harasser, folks, okay? But Mango's got a wife and kid. Don't forget. Mango's got a wife and kid. And by the way, this tweet was from Gato Fumador, saying, not gonna lie, I initially defended Ludwig on the Mango stuff because generally I think it's unfair to hold people responsible for the actions of others, but then I saw this clip and my soul cringed, lol. Gato, I didn't even need to see that clip to blame Ludwig. As soon as I heard what happened, I'm like, wait, you took a known alcoholic who has a problem drinking and who like got kicked off of Twitch for drinking. You took him to a Mario Kart drinking party and then acted shocked when he started harassing people whilst being hoisted? Fuck you, Ludwig. Mango, mango, mango. I could fucking smell Ludwig miles away. Okay, I could smell that bastard. That was a cool tweet from Gato. And this was Ismail. It said, you hosted an event last week where you let a known alcoholic sexually harass multiple women. I don't want to hear anything about PR from you. So people are not happy with Ludwig. I had some more tweets about people basically just saying like, stop blaming iDubbbz for the event. Okay, let me just delete some of the things that we've already looked at. Have I looked at this? Yes, I have not. Okay, let's look at Anissa's response to Ludwig as well. Here's what Anissa had to say about Ludwig. She said, okay, I'm just going to come out and clear something up. Ian won't be happy I'm doing this, but I think we need more transparency. Ticket sales were abysmal before the content cop. Promotion wasn't going how we had hoped. Charity wasn't getting the numbers we wanted. We were promised a lot of things. A lot of things didn't happen. I take responsibility for trying to do it again. We shouldn't have, but I think we made the best out of the situation. The charity got $225K, which is awesome, by the way. And a lot of that was due to buzz around Hassan supporting the charity. Charity got money, the fighters got paid, things didn't work out, the content cop wasn't some sudden turning point, the interest in Creator Clash 3 was low. And then she says, to clarify, I'm saying Ian won't be happy, to make it clear that this decision of making this public is my own and not his. I'm taking responsibility for this statement, sorry for poor wording. Zombot says, gee, it's almost like y'all tanking the last one is why so many people were saying you doing a third one was a stupid idea. The content cop only made things worse. Anissa says, content cop didn't make things worse. Me choosing to try it again was the mistake. We had a lot of people in our ear promising things that just weren't delivered. So, I mean, look, I understand Anissa and Ian wanting to try this again. Again, Creator Clash 1 and 2 were two beautiful events that gave you the fucking feels, bro. Like, I teared up at both of those events. Imagine me saying that, tearing up at an influencer boxing event. It was crazy, but it was a really nice event. So we're done listening to Ludwig. Let's see what else there is to listen to here. Uno momento, folks. Let me see. We got 276 of you here. How long have we been live streaming? 1 hour and 12 minutes. Beautiful. Oh, it's so hot. Let me just check how much. Sorry, guys. I got to check how much 4G we've been spending here. I'm doing some experiments. 20 gigs. Okay. Seems about right. Okay, what else we got to read over here? So Ludwig, fuck you. I mean, so where do I stand on all of this? I think ultimately, if I were iDubbbz and Anissa and I wanted to release this content cop, I would have been more prepared mentally for what Ethan was going to do. You know what I mean? Again, Ethan is not one to let things go. Just see his obsession with Hassan over the last year and a half. So he was and he's looking for characters to keep the views going, to keep the hate train going. And someone like me isn't going to do it. I'm not famous. I'm a nobody. You know, Comrade Casey is not enough for Ethan. It's not enough for him to sink his teeth into. But iDubbbz and Anissa, iDubbbz who's a massive YouTuber who used to be at the very least, and he's very known online, and Anissa, both of whom are like prime fucking victims now in like the incel fucking brigade. like they handed themselves kind of on a silver platter to Ethan. They should have been ready to honestly like fight harder and like have more fucking videos, I would say, about Ethan. If you're gonna get into that, you got to be ready to battle, and I don't think they were. I think they were kind of naive. They're like, we're gonna make this video and it's gonna go fine, and the content cop is gonna go fine. And I think at first like the reception was good, but like Ethan was able to rally all of the fucking incels, unfortunately. All of the fucking shittiest people on the internet joined forces, held hands, and were like, this is it. We're all gonna fucking team up against iDubbbz and Anissa. Yet again, we're bringing 2020 up. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do the whole incel cuck thing one more time. And I don't think they were just prepared for the level of obsession that Ethan was gonna have. And speaking of which, let's see what H3 had to say about this whole thing.
So what's the relevance?
Let's see what Ethan had to say. Creator Clash 3 is officially canceled. And let me just delete some of the other things that we have over here. Just not to confuse myself too much. Oh yeah, we got these fucking freaks. Before we get into H3. These are the kinds of people that are celebrating. Like, this is why that's why I'll never be able to celebrate Creator Clash going away. Look at these people. iDubbbz forced to sell house. Creator Clash dead. H3 lawsuit. DSP crisis. So this is from a channel called Kino Cathedral. Okay? Look at these dudes celebrating the death of Creator Clash. A trigger warning for their voice.
We called it. We called it.
Creator Clash is dead.
Look at this guy's fucking face. Look at how filled with glee they are that Creator Clash, a charity event, has been canceled. Like, this is the section of the internet that I'm supposed... Like, I get hate by people like this on Twitter every day now. Anytime I post something, I get some fucking incel freak shitting on me. Just because I decided to side with Hassan, with Frogan, with Anissa, with iDubbbz, I have now made myself like a fucking target for these fucking freaks, bro. People like these are in my mentions every fucking day, bro. Disgusting fucking excuses of a human being, bro. And these are the people that we're supposed to go up against on the internet. And the problem is, like, these people are all over the fucking internet, man. Like, the vast majority of, like, men online are like these two fucking monsters, unfortunately. Look at this shit, bro.
Fucking dead. Canceled. Dead forever. Gone forever. And now iDubbbz has been forced to flee the country. He's been forced to sell his house. It's up for sale. People have been around. The house is completely fucking empty. Under cover of darkness, he removed all of his fucking furniture, all of his belongings.
Look at this fucking guy. He's so fucking happy.
His mother's basement in Canada.
Confirmed.
And he's chairless. He's chairless. They actually had to sell off all the furniture on Facebook Marketplace. They don't even have a fucking chair to sit in or a pot to piss in, folks. Even Ralph, the fucking milk-fed gimp that he is.
Ooh, Haley D, I missed your super chat. Is he trying to convince us or himself? I believe he's trying to probably himself, if we're talking about dad.
Has a fucking chair. Motherfucker's living in a third world country. He has a fucking chair. Now it might be squeaking and fucking's broken, you know?
Fair.
But it exists in the basement of horror.
The image of the basement you tweeted?
From centipedes coming for Anissa in the basement. By the
Let's skip ahead just a second, but just look at this.
Oh.
we have the bog in all its glory. Them sitting on the floor of the basement in just utter abject poverty and fucking misery.
It's over.
It's fucking...
It's over. Look at these fucking idiots, bro. Like, what the fuck? I'm so glad these people hate me. I'm so glad this half of the internet doesn't want to fuck with me, bro. I don't want to fuck with you people, man. That's fucking disgusting.
You know, we're going to go through the entire Creator Clash implosion. Everybody basically snaked and pissed on it in the end.
All the way up to an hour ago, where Dad just released a whole video shitting on it.
Dad just came out. Well, Dad did an interview with Keemstar and LolCow Live.
I mean, look, again, I feel bad for the fighters. I don't blame the fighters and people like ex-fighters like Hundar and Dad and stuff like that. But I do think, and I think that iDubbbz and Anissa did fuck up while planning this event. You know what I mean? I also think they kind of fucked up their plan around the content cop. Like, okay, you decide you're going to release this content cop What is the plan of action? What are the responses? You know that Ethan is going to go crazy, and you should know that Ethan is going to use whatever he can to like ruin you, including ruin the event. Is that iDubbbz and Anissa's fault? No, it's Ethan being fucking crazy. But they should have also known that he was going to be crazy, and they should have been ready to fight. And I don't think they were ready to fight, but they should have fucking fought back. Would it have made a difference? I don't think so, because like Anissa said, the event was kind of failing from the beginning. The event wasn't selling tickets from the beginning. So if anything, the content cop could have been seen as like a Hail Mary, and if it did nothing to move the needle at the end. You know what I mean? But it just gave other people ammo to like fuck with iDubbbz and Anissa. And it's just added to like the online harassment that they've gotten. And if their harassment was starting to like die down over the last few months, this has unfortunately just like revived it. You know, shitting on iDubbbz and Anissa is like cool again all of a sudden. Look at these fucking guys. Like these guys, I think, go back and react to like all of iDubbbz and Anissa's podcast episodes. These two guys fucking spend their time just watching their old podcast.
Where he was saying he didn't get paid and now he's in financial trouble because the Jom has fucked him. Then today he's now dropped his 20-minute long snake expose.
We haven't even watched it, by the way.
Snake expose.
Because there's too much.
It's gonna be
Is this like a young Rush Limbaugh? Is this what he's trying to fucking do? Are we trying to be the next Rush fucking Limbaugh here, bro?
Or not. But, you know, like Alana,
Didn't Rush Limbaugh get like a heart attack, dude? So be careful, man.
What's her name?
Pierce?
Alana Pearson or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
Pierce,
she
yeah.
came out and snaked on iDubbbz and Anissa.
The party sucked.
The parties, it was a bad idea. They raised no money for charity, blah, 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 blah.
So these guys, I think they react all of their podcasts. iDubbbz living in Anissa's mom's basement. What is this? Let me see. Reacting to iDubbbz podcast. I'm pretty sure these two guys like react to their podcast all the time, or like have at least seen a few of their episodes. Well, anyways, these two freaks, let's see what H3 had to say about it.
Good. Check it out. Also, in stunning, tragic news, nobody saw this coming. Certainly not me. Creator Clash 3, the event that was once promised and promised again and re-promised, is officially canceled. What? I know it. What? I know it. What? I know it, man.
No!
I know.
How?
At first they said we're moving it to LA. They said we're moving it to LA, and I was immediately like, that. There's 0% chance this is happening in LA, and there's about a 1% chance it happens at all. And then they announced it was going to be in Florida. They moved it back to Florida.
Really?
I think, yeah. And then the fighters.
And they have the sad music playing in the back, sarcastically. They don't give a shit, obviously. This is what Ethan and Ela wanted. Don't forget, they pressured Lena to leave the event. They pressured Lena to exit. They're like, we'll pay you, Lena. Please exit. You can't do this, or you cannot do this. We'll pay you for you to leave. Nogzolato says these guys had Legal Mindset on, who is a pest, by the way. Oh, does H3 have an episode today? Are they live right now? Let me check H3 podcast. Does seem like they're live. Shocking update. Shocking Creator Clash update from Ian and Anissa. They're really milking this, huh? Look at this. Shocking update. Thank you, Nogzolato, for the donation, by the way. So they have Legal Mindset on. Is that what they're doing right now? Let's see what they're up to right now.
Monday's episode, Ethan's comment about be too short.
We gotta
happiness.
I don't understand.
I've never even heard that term before.
On the inside.
Hold on, I think others underside of the.
Okay, now look, bro. Look at all these donations and shit they're getting. It's insane, bro. Let's send some millionaires money. Okay.
Kept dropping out one by one. Myth dropped out. Dad's out now, but obviously because there's no event. Myth dropped. Freddie Wong dropped. Obviously Harley and Lena, which we knew. There was more. There was a. It felt like half the fighters were. Oh yeah, sure. LA Beast. LA Beast dropped out.
Oh right. I only knew about Myth because a family member told me in Michigan. Yeah.
How's he doing? He must have put a lot of time into training.
He's doing good. I mean, he'll probably continue boxing. You know, some other event. He's really good.
Myth was really
He
good.
trained with
Myth was a fucking G. Myth was like a fucking natural, bro.
one of our uncles who actually used to be a really good fighter. Mark Salamasi, yeah.
Nice.
Someone last week joined Creator Clash. I saw.
Oh yeah, this girl Peach Jars or something.
Yeah.
She made it. She actually made this really elaborate promo video, which was the most any fighter or any agent of that whole organization did to promote the event. You know, and so this one person actually came along that cared about it, and excluding you and Lena, of course, and us.
Shopify.
But and then like a week later, the whole fucking thing got canceled. So shout out to Peach Jar for being the only one left.
I met her at the last Creator Clash. She's very nice. That sucks.
There it is.
Girl with a microphone is in chat. She said, "Hi, girlies. Thank you for the shout out this weekend, Ethan. Welcome back to the whole crew. Peace and love."
Thank you.
Hi, girlies.
Hi, girlies. Hi, girlies. Ethan keeps calling women bitches. Hi, girlies. Ethan is suing three women. Hi, girlies.
Peace and love.
Turn up the mic.
See you at the after party.
Thank you. Thank you.
After great vibes at the H3 podcast. We're suing everybody here.
So let me read this. We made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash. Damn. All existing pay-per-view ticket holders will receive an automatic refund. No action was required. While the event won't go ahead as planned, all funds raised so far will still be donated to charity. Yeah, no shit. You mean this money that Hassan raised separately, directly to a Tiltify? You know, like, what do you mean? Of course it's going to charity. You guys didn't even raise that money. Stop it right now.
Have some conviction.
Ian literally sat there for 10 minutes in the cup chair and didn't even say a damn word. You want a credit? You know, as much as I don't like Hassan, I'll give him. That man raised money for charity.
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, and not to.
Guys, by the way, just a random point. We are going to be doing a international cuisine tier list this week. We're going to be ranking American food versus Italian food versus Lebanese food versus Israeli food, Spanish food, French food. I'm kidding about the Israeli food, but if you're interested in cuisine, if you're from Africa, if you're from India, you wanna see how your cuisine is ranked. If you didn't like how your national anthems did, maybe your cuisine can do a little better. So tune in this Friday, most likely, for that live stream. Robibi just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much for the gifted, Robibi. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the gifted.
Toot my own horn.
And you, yes. It was your content.
Frankly,
that he was
I donated the content.
Right. You donated the content.
Okay.
And the fan base donated the money.
That money would never have been, would never.
You're right, though.
Have been raised.
Regardless, it is several steps removed from a charity boxing event at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Several, for sure. Several cup chairs removed. While the event won't go ahead as planned, all funds raised. Yeah, I read that. Thank you to all the fighters for their hard work and dedication. To everyone who supported us over the years, we appreciate you. Yeah, you know what would be nice, Creator Clash team? If you paid the fighters back for their fucking wasted time, so I didn't have to be out. What was it, $12,000?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
They may for the ones that still remained, I guess. Maybe not.
What's the difference?
Bro, they were going to pay everyone if you didn't force Lena and AB to fucking quit.
I'm feeling like they owe you guys money just as much as anyone else, aka me, at this point.
Did the fighters get their money?
Well, some people got paid ahead of time, like Harley.
Did he get to keep that?
Yeah. Wait, they're not going to get it back from him. So yeah, and then if somebody like Lena, and I'm sure there's a few others, they're not planning on giving her anything. So I think a lot of these fighters not only wasted their time training, but also their own fucking money.
God. What a
Okay, let's skip to see they talk about Anissa at one point.
And was maybe a bad miscalculation. You know why? It's snark brain. They are so snark brained. They spent.
Dude, imagine being an adult and saying snark brain. Like, seriously, these people have snark brain. Like, bro, you're an adult, man. Stop saying snark brain. Like, Ethan looks like the people who follow him, like his family members, like business associates or whatever. Don't they think he's fucking stupid when they look at his Instagram stories all day? Just like arguing and beefing with people. This person is so snark brain. Millhouse is an idiot. Like, using fucking dumbass nicknames. Like, bro, you're an adult. You have kids. Stop saying the word snark brain as if it makes any fucking sense. Like, that's so. I find that so fucking batshit crazy. There's just one more thing too that Ethan posted, and I got to mention in Ethan's stories yesterday. Look at this. This is why he thinks it's okay to harass Anissa forever and fucking ever, bro. How do I zoom into this shit here? Look at this. Anissa saying, "Hi Ethan, the whole point is you are accusing me of things that my husband and or other people have done which contradicts everything you wrote in this comment. Hope that helps." Then Ethan says, "Is your defense really I had nothing to do with it? Okay, sure, let's examine that." Now he's listing all of the reasons why he thinks it's justified for him to harass Anissa and Ian, but mainly Anissa. Number 1, you have been involved in every content cop. Number 2, you were at Hassan's house during the filming of the sketch flipping off the camera. 3, Ian literally cites you in the video. Anissa is half Lebanese and half Irish, so she understands Israeli propaganda and oppression. 4, you've been making snide remarks during this entire debacle, i.e. inbred. 5, you scolded Dad for leaving me a nice comment. 6, you argued with Harley's BTS about Zionism. So did Ian, where he admit to not even knowing what that means. 7, you were caught in Millhouse's DMs. Look at that. You were caught in Millhouse's DMs, as if that is like proof to harass Anissa. I wish I screenshotted the conversation she and I had. Ever since my DMs leaked online, I've been deleting every single DM that anyone fucking sends me, just so that nothing fucking leaks and then I don't get anyone in trouble. She literally responded to me when I put out a tweet saying, like, as an Arab, you find out that your life really doesn't matter in the eyes of the world. She literally just responded to me being like, you're so right, or like, that's so true. And we talked about being Arab. We connected about being Lebanese. She talked to me about her family in Lebanon, shit like that, whether she was ever considering visiting Lebanon with iDubbbz. That's what we talked about, Ethan. We didn't talk about you. We didn't talk about any fucking thing that you were doing or Hassan or anything like that. But you were in Millhouse's DMs. That's it. That's enough. You were caught in Denim's chat. Your private Twitter account got leaked of you talking shit. Ian knows at least to shut the fuck up, but you're the only fool who continually engages with me, so obviously I'm talking to you, not Ian. The only thing this point proves is, again, how willing you are to throw Ian under the bus. I had nothing to do with it. Go after Ian, not me. Give me a break, that's not what she fucking means, bro. KMA sends $5 and says, as a longtime XH3 fan, his appearance is very concerning. Ethan? Hell yeah, man. I miss jolly fat Ethan. He was happier. He was healthier. This is just the whole, he just looks angry and bitter all the time, man. He's just fucking, it's kind of gross. You know what I mean? You were caught in Millhouse's DMs. Like, bro, you're a 40. I even tweeted that. I'm like, bro, like, it's hard to believe that this is a 40-year-old man with 3 kids tweeting this out, bro. Like, such embarrassing Instagram stories. How embarrassing this is for your family, man. For just everything, dude. Seriously. Let me just delete things right now. Okay. Let's go back to... Let's watch Ethan kind of just talking about Anissa, because this shit gets pretty disgusting, man, if you ask me. To be honest. Is it here?
And all day on Snark getting hyped up by the most unhinged psychopaths. So much so that Anissa is planning on coming back and streaming. She's actually deluded herself into thinking that people actually are interested in her. And, well, I am interested in you, Anissa. I promise you that, but not in the way that you want.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Anissa and Ian.
Robibi sends 20 seconds, says, Hassan, 11. Hassan won't fuck me. That's all it is. That should be number 1, Robibi. That's the whole thing.
Lost everything, your credibility, your event, your friends, your financial security. Okay, well, sure. I just want you to know. I want you guys to know something. I win. You lose. You lose everything. You came after me, your best friend. You called me a racist. You said that I'm hallucinating anti-Semitism. You came out of nowhere to...
Like, I win, you lose. That's what it is about for Ethan. You know what I mean? And content.
Back someone who's been running a harassment campaign against me and my family, my wife, who's endorsed Ban Empanada. You came and you...
What do you mean they back someone who's supported a harassment campaign? Are they talking about Denims, bro? Denims had nothing to do with that, bro. Ethan, people are allowed to criticize you online for the Zionist things you fucking said without being called harassers. It is not harassment to call someone out on their Zionist points of view.
Swung at the king. And you know what they say when you swing at the king, Dan?
I'm confused. Who's the king?
I am.
Oh.
And do you know what they... Yeah, okay, well, it's not that funny. People in the back are laughing. It's not that funny.
Yes.
What do they say when you swing at the king? What? You
better not miss.
Miss is the saying. I'm still... So you're the king in this analogy.
Yes, clearly.
What are you the king of exactly?
I don't know. This game.
Okay.
This podcast?
Yeah, this podcast. I'm king. You swung at me and you fucking missed big time. And guess what?
Yes.
I've never been betrayed like this in my whole life by someone I cared about this closely. And then you had the audacity to come and make another video and justify CPS call. You endorse Snark. You live Snark. Again, you are elevating disgusting, hateful people who have spent their time harassing me and my family. Look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose. And I'll tell you why. Because...
Oh, and this picture in the back, like, it's so fucking cringy, bro.
I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done.
Bro, how are you not done? What else is there to say? You've called iDubbbz a cuck. You've called Anissa a succubus. You've hit the 2 points. What more is there to say? What more is there to say, Ethan? شو بعد في يا خيي?
Never be done. I will never be done with you. That's how much you've betrayed me and how much I want you to know how much you lose.
Yeah, Noxolato says, meanwhile, Ethan is the biggest snarker online. Exactly. Exactly. Just at this point, it says we're just repeating ourselves, Noxolato.
And I win. Do you understand, Anissa? And I'm not even talking to iDubbbz anymore. He's insignificant. He's gone. Anissa, you're the one. You're coming center stage. You're going to start streaming now. I want you to understand something.
So, of course, going for the woman, the easier target, the one that has been called a bitch, a whore, whatever the fuck you want on the internet, the devil that has ruined iDubbbz's career. Ethan doesn't want to talk to iDubbbz. He doesn't want to address anything to iDubbbz. He just wants to focus on Anissa and send his fucking rabid, savage fucking incel fans on Anissa. That's what he wants, essentially.
Yes.
I am never going to be done. I will never be even. I'm talking about them, being interested in them, being, I'm fascinated by everything they're doing, right? The streaming, the whatever, the events.
You just mean you're never done making fun?
Never.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Well, he's never going to leave these people alone, bro. Because of one content cop, you're going to harass them for the rest of their fucking lives. And you don't think that's fucking crazy? You don't think you have a fucking problem, bro?
There'll never be a point where I'm going to be like, I'm just saying, and this is for the audience too, because I want you guys to know, there will never be a point when I will say to myself, okay, it's time to move.
Nadim sends €2 and says, not a misogynist when you don't like them. Exactly. He just doesn't like them. He's allowed to talk about women. You know what I mean? If he's criticizing them, it's fine simply because he actually hates them. And if he happens to hate that many women, hey, that's just a coincidence. Don't think about it too much.
On from this. I want you to know that. You dropped that fucking video when I was alive. And you thought you were cute. You thought you were clever. You really had me. You came at me with the laziest slop. The shittiest slop. That you got my haters running around the internet talking about I'm right and you're wrong. You have managed to galvanize support for me.
The only reason the haters, it's not to support you, Ethan, it's because they just all hate iDubbbz. The only reason your haters, your old enemies who are now your friends, have galvanized and have come to your support and come to your aid is because they hate iDubbbz and they hate Anissa. It has nothing to do with you. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You are now an enemy of iDubbbz and Anissa's. You are now good enough to be friends with the Quartering, with Keemstar, with Sam Hyde. That's what happened.
Which is something I've not been able to do for myself, so thank you. But I want you to know just how fucking badly you lose. You lose everything. You lose in every conceivable way. You know, in what way have you not lost? And I'm going to make another prediction. Now that Ian is down and out, he's lost everything. He's no longer a respected creator. I don't even think he's a creator anymore. I don't think anyone gives a fuck. Like after his content copy made about me that got like 7 million views, good. He made another video about concerned trolling that got like 250,000 views. Nobody fucking cares about you, bro. You're not funny. You're talentless. You're a total hack.
No.
Not funny, talentless, total hacker. Again, Ethan, stop projecting, bro. Stop projecting and stop acting like 200,000 views isn't good, bro. Okay, your podcast used to get 1 million views. Now you're at 500,000 views. Does that mean you have a shitty podcast with low views? It's all fucking relative. Of course, the content cop was going to get way more views than a fucking half-assed video about concerned trolling, bro. Of course, no one had the expectation that the concerned trolling video was going to do well.
You know, you have a paywalled podcast that you do for 30 people, right? Let me see.
Bro, I was streaming video games today for 30 people. What's your problem? By the way, folks, speaking of video games, subscribe to my brand new channel, Do Not Worry Gaming. We're at 328 subscribers. 335, let's go. Okay, let's see. Just give me a second. Let's see if we managed to add the link to the description of this video. Oh, no, I meant the wrong. That's wrong right here. Let me go to my current. Let me just double click this here. Let's go to my current channel. Actually, fuck it. This is going to take too much effort. Actually, no, it's not going to take too much effort. Let's do this now. We'll do it later, folks. I give up.
Okay, so it's up to 1 month. It's up to 470. Now, listen, I'm not a mathematician, but one video a month at 470 without a sponsor, you need another job. This is not even your full-time job, right? So yeah, you lose. You lose. Fuck you both, scum. You know, wow. Yeah, so hopefully Anissa really kills it on streaming, because other than that, I think I'm gonna see you guys at Home Depot here pretty soon.
Hey, don't be talking about views and jobs, Ethan. I need to be making a living off of streaming, okay? I gotta be hustling now and live stream 7 hours a day.
You're gonna be helping me looking for light bulbs at Home Depot, which is respectable work. I think that's probably a good gig. I think they have good health insurance options. I think the hours are kind of shit, but the work can be fun if you care about hardware and stuff.
Something tells me they don't have
Ian's
health
pretty
insurance
handy.
options.
Oh, I was making a prediction. Now that Ian has lost everything, I'm being serious.
Oh, okay.
He's lost everything. And now you see Anissa sad posting about how I think this is elite. Let me pull this up. I'm going a little bit out of order, but where's the recent Anissa cake post? I'm gonna pull that up. This is part of.
This is gonna be a tricky video to cut up into chapters, bro. This was such a clusterfuck in how I talked about it.
My evidence.
And obviously, they're obviously Jewish.
So my prediction is she.
Yeah, Alistair Russell says, yeah, it's so respectable that I just made fun of it. They're gonna work at Home Depot. Not that there's anything wrong with working at Home Depot, you know what I mean? But like, shit, eesh, you guys are gonna have to get a real shitty job at Home Depot. I respect Home Depot, folks.
He's going to slowly start putting these breadcrumbs that maybe their marriage isn't that great. And it's not her fault either. By the way, it's Ian's fault. He didn't remember her birthday. He didn't get her a fucking cake.
Bro, shut the fuck up. You have a fucking a tattoo of your wife on your arm that looks as if like she died and she hates the fucking tattoo. Stop talking about other couples wanting to get a divorce.
Wowee. Imagine posting this. She has the same birthday as me, which God help me. So she posted this 10 days after her birthday. Ian randomly showed up with a belated birthday cake. I've been eyeing this for weeks. Now, there's so many things here I have to say. One. Oh, so you haven't seen this, Dan?
Oh, no, I don't really care about Anissa, if I'm being honest, but this is funny.
Well, sure. Yeah, no, it is funny, and that's my aim, is to make it enjoyable, even if you don't care about her. So she's been, well, first of all, who eyes a birthday cake for weeks?
There's a lot going on here.
Okay,
yeah.
That's just sad and weird to begin with. And then,
like, I mean, you see, like, I mean, okay, this is kind of sick. Like, he's obsessing over, like, the girl can't make a regular Instagram post anymore. Like, yo, I got this birthday cake, and now you're going to have this dude psychoanalyze her tweets on his podcast to 30,000 live viewers to, like, 500,000 to 600,000 viewers overall. Like, that is fucking straight up fucking harassment, Ethan. That is, like, you are obsessed, my man. That is obsessive behavior, dude. Why are you pulling up Anissa's fucking tweets and Instagram stories about birthday cakes on the internet? You're done. Creator Clash is canceled. You won, bro. The incels won. You and Keemstar and Sam Hyde, put your fists up in the air. You guys fucking won, bro. It's over. It's over. You know what I mean? Fucking relax. Can you relax for a second? What more do you want? Like, and then Ethan keeps saying, like, you want me to kill myself. And Snark wants me to kill myself. What is it you want iDubbbz and Anissa to do right now? What are you trying to do to their lives? They're getting harassed every single day on the internet. Frogan, KCTron, Denims. What is your goal for KCTron? Have you seen KCTron literally fucking like begging online for these incels to fucking leave her alone, talking about how much fucking like financial trouble she's in because of this whole fucking thing? And you're just out there taking glee, enjoying their pain, enjoying their fear, being a fucking misogynist piece of shit. Like, I don't get it, bro. The event is canceled. You're suing 3 other creators. Take a fucking break. Wear the goofs and gaffs. Have some fucking fun, bro. Look at his face, dude. Like, what is this show? Mudmud sends 10 pounds and says, depressing decision-based game. You could poll decisions. The darkest times. It's about trying to be the resistance in Nazi Germany. I think you should make voting a part of the gameplay. Oh, what game is that, Mudmud? Can you write me the name of the game at the bottom? The Darkest Times. Oh, it's called The Darkest Times? Is that what it's called? Folks, let me know in the live chat if that game is called The Darkest Times.
Why did he buy you a cake 10 days late? And then, why did you post this? This is the saddest, mopiest. It makes you look mopey, and it makes Ian look pathetic. And also, this cake is fucking psychotic. It's just whole canned peaches.
The Darkest of Times, Through the Darkest of Times is a strategy video game developed by Paint Bucket Games and published by Microsoft Windows. Is it that, guys? Is it Through the Darkest of Times? Through the Darkest Times. Okay, yeah, let me take a screenshot of it right here, and I'll try to remind me to download that. That sounds great. I want to play decision-based games and story games with you guys. That is absolutely part of the deal. And voting would be great. I saw that like Twitch voting is a thing. We can try to do it on YouTube. But definitely, and some of those more interactive like story games, we can do them on the main channel. It doesn't always have to be the gaming channel. And I want to use the main channel to promote the gaming channel as much as I can. So there will be occasional gaming videos on the main channel, not enough to like confuse the algorithm, but most of them, especially like the daily streams and stuff, it's all going to be on the gaming channel. Thank you for the recommendation, Mudman. That sounds fucking awesome.
Whole canned peaches? One slice of dragon fruit? This doesn't make any sense. Why were you eyeing this one? There weren't better cakes to eye? Why were you eyeing this even?
I don't like why that's only half the cake. Like the fruit, it should be more fruit.
Yeah, you're right. That cake sucks.
It doesn't make any sense. Why are you eyeing this one? You don't have...
Look, I mean, I don't like vanilla on a cake, so it doesn't look good to me. But like, what the fuck, bro? Why are you sitting there debating this cake?
You raise your standards, girl. No wonder you're married to Ian.
It does look, I mean, even though I don't like these kinds of cakes, it does look kind of tasty, to be honest. Like now he's trying to suggest that like iDubbbz was late and he forgot her birthday and that this isn't like, and that this post is a backhanded compliment. Like, oh, my husband got me this cake, but he was late. So are they getting a divorce? Like this is what the H3 podcast has become. And look what I've become. Fucking commenting on this fucking nonsense.
Ian is this cake. You shouldn't have settled, man.
Like this isn't even fun anymore. Remember at the beginning, like when we first started calling Ethan, like it was like, is Ethan a Zionist? And like, is he saying those things? Like it was kind of like not fun. It was like, it felt productive. It felt productive. Now it's not even, he's not even talking about like Israel anymore, bro. He's literally just fucking shitting on people and being an asshole. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's just a fucking asshole now. And this is why I feel like I don't enjoy talking about this anymore, because like he spent an hour of this episode. Look at this from here to starting 2:23. Starting 2 hours and 23 minutes till the end of this episode. So till he spent an hour and a half literally going over his Instagram stories and tweets with Taylor Lorenz. Like he spent his entire vacation fighting with Taylor Lorenz via Instagram stories and Twitter. And then he spent an hour and a half on his podcast just going over and reading those tweets and Instagram stories in chronological order. He creates drama. He creates the content for his podcast while on vacation, just like fucking randomly tweets. He just needs to be beefing with someone, whether it's Anissa, whether it's iDubbbz, whether it's Hassan. He just needs someone to respond to him. He just needs to be tweeting and arguing with someone. He needs to build a narrative, collect all the screenshots, and then he has an hour of content right here on his podcast, literally going over his conversation with Taylor. Literally, that's all it is. Can you guys see what I'm looking at here? Literally, just messages that he sent. That is all he's fucking doing, bro. That is his show now. Beefs with people, and then goes over the beef, and it's not even interesting beef. Like, he's reading tweets. He's reading fucking Instagram stories. You know what I mean? Like, that's the show now.
Oh, God.
Reportedly,
No.
What's his boxing coach's name? It reminds me of something he told us. Michael Briggs, great guy. I love those two.
Well, you guys know what I think about Michael Briggs and his wife.
He told an anecdote about how they were all in a car together, and Anissa said, my mom always said two things for my husband. One, make sure they're Muslim, and two, make sure they're rich. Yeah. Well, at least I got one of them. And it makes me think that
that it turns out
the standards were not good. The standards were not good. I mean, and then, like, yeah, is this a 2-week-old cake? Or I think what happens is, people said it's from some grocery store, and I think they probably just keep a cake like this out at all times. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
they might remake it every day or something.
Or it was on sale.
That would explain.
1 sec, folks. Got to do something for the cats. By the way, the cats miss you. I want to find a way to bring them back. I want to bring the blankie back. The cat. You guys are going to be seeing Nata and Maki soon. I'm sorry they're not here, folks. I just had to, with all the changes happening in the studio, I just couldn't bring them just yet.
Why Ian bought it? Yeah. He sounds like he's the cheapest motherfucker alive. But like, the layers of pathetic. You've been eyeing this?
No.
Fuck me, man.
I don't even remember.
So anyway,
there's something that's disgusting. Here, he was reacting to Peach Jar's video, and look what he said. I saw this when I was like scraping through this yesterday.
That shit was fucking insane.
By the soup ladle full.
Dad reminded me. I knew this event was happening, and I don't know anything about what.
So they're gonna react to Peach Jar's video. Okay, listen to the comment that he's about to make about her. Look how disgusting this is.
Going on in working. But anyway, I'll show it for posterity because she
Sure, she put a lot of work.
She put a lot of work into it. Somebody got.
So Peachars was just announced to joining Creator Clash before it was canceled, and now they're going to react to the promotional video she made.
Once again, I will continue to be the only one promoting. So Peachars.
Which I'm not. If you happen to see this, I'm not laughing at you, Peachars. This is very unfortunate.
Of course not.
It's just deeply unfortunate.
Nice place. Is she an OF thing?
I have no idea.
So look at that. He sees Peachars' house. He says that, oh, nice place. Is she an OF thing? As if the only... I mean, look, Peachars does happen to be an OnlyFans model. Okay. But, like, just because you see someone's house, a rich woman, the first thing he assumes is that this woman got rich by doing OnlyFans, by taking her clothes off, like, on the internet. And then he insinuating that it's a bad thing. But the first thing he says, like, does she do OF? Because look, she looks like she's doing well for herself. Can't she do something else and do well for herself? Like, what the fuck? Okay, she does OnlyFans. He's not wrong there. But, like, just to make the assumption, attractive girl, she has a nice fancy house, OnlyFans? When he says snark brain, this is incel brain right there. This is the fucking incel brain taking over Ethan, bro. And, yeah. And then you got Olivia. Hey, girlies. Hey, girlies. Hey. Hey, sisters. Hey. Like, what the fuck, man?
I don't want to be rude and assume that.
I don't want to be rude and assume that, but like, hey, I see a successful woman and she looks good. The only way must be OnlyFans. Hey, I mean, what else does she do to get that money?
OF. It's just her house. Yeah, she has an OF. I think that's Her house looks crazy nice. So I was like, oh, got it. Love her. Feel it.
Yeah, her house looks crazy nice. So I was like, oh, it's got to be OF. If you're a woman, you can't have a nice house. You know, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you're a successful agent, if you're successful whatever. If Ethan sees a successful, beautiful woman with a nice house, he's going to assume she's an OnlyFans model. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Nice car, too. Good for her.
She's never getting signed.
Look at this.
He's trying to fix it. Oh, good for her. Good for her. But like, again, let's just see how he said it the first time.
It's very unfortunate.
Of course
it's just deeply unfortunate.
Nice place. Is she an OF thing?
Is she an OF thing? He's not like okay. I'm not gonna say he probably misspoke. He's not calling her a thing. Is she an OF thing? As if like he's just calling her an object. It probably slipped out. It came out wrong. He's like, is this an OF thing? That's probably what he's trying to say. Let's give Ethan the benefit of the doubt. But like, just I mean, and the fact that she's an OnlyFans model doesn't make him right. It doesn't make him having that assumption be right. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, you see, she is an OnlyFans. I was right. That means this justifies me thinking that way. But then his audience that's fucking watching him, like the Keemstar fans and the Sam Hyde fans, this is gold to them. This is sugar to them. This is cocaine to them. This is heroin to them, bro. Oh, fuck yeah, look at this. Ethan knew that this hot girl does OnlyFans. It's the only way she has money. It's just fucking disgusting, bro. I don't know, man. And everyone's saying that he knew it. Like, everyone is saying that he kind of knew it and he's pretending to not know. Is she an OnlyFans? Oh, yeah, so she is. I knew it. Of course you knew, bro. Of course you knew. Come on, your whole fucking crew knows.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Let me see.
I don't want to be rude and assume that. Jars OF.
Haley D says, cute lie, Ethan. You knew it. Would sound too weird if you were Googling her. Oh, that makes sense. He doesn't want to admit that he knows because Ethan has admitted to knowing porn stars in the past. Remember when like they were talking about Morgue Pie? He was gonna pretend that he didn't know Morgue Pie. Then he's like, actually, I'm not gonna even pretend I know Morgue Pie. So Ethan consumes pornography as far as we know. Like, I don't even want to think about that anymore. Actually, I don't even want to go down that line. But like, yeah, you're right. He probably does know who she is, and he's trying to pretend like he doesn't know. He's trying to pretend he doesn't know. But again, I don't like the connection he's making. Ooh, nice house. Must be OnlyFans. Gross.
It's just her house. Yeah, she has an OF. I think that's Her house looks crazy nice. So I was like, oh, got it. Love her. Feel it. Nice car too. Good for her.
Anyways, we don't need to watch more H3. So H3 is celebrating the fact that, you know, Creator Clash is done. Let's see if they're doing anything on live.
Ian accused me of. He goes,
there we
your
go.
workers are in the worst place in the world.
They're talking about it now again. Here we go. When did they start talking about it? Oh, they're covering Ludwig. There you go. Ethan's covering Ludwig. Beautiful. Ethan talking about how much he loves Ludwig. There we go. Robibi sends 50 sec and says hiring Olivia is a clear case of gender washing by employing a token woman. He believes he is entitled to use the B word more vigorously. Ethan hires a lot of token workers at this point. He's got the Ukrainian token worker. He's got Arab token workers. He's got his bases covered. You know what I mean? He's got all minorities hired so that he can start fucking talking shit. They recently hired a black person, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot his name. They have Nate, who's who's Hispanic or Mexican. So,
that was very impactful. A lot of people watched that and they felt horrible for him, and they really saw how mistreated they were. And I saw a comment. I don't remember if I read it the last time we talked about it, but they said these horrible working conditions that they've accused me of putting you guys through. Ian accused me of. He goes, your workers are in the worst place in the world. Imagine working for Ethan. It's like, bro, you are treating Dad and your other fighters what you accused me of. Horrible, confusing conditions where you're forcing them to take controversial stances. And then, by the way,
how's he forcing anyone to take controversial stances, man? When did iDubbbz force anyone to have a controversial stance, Ethan? I don't understand that. Was he upset that he wanted to go on Keemstar's podcast? Sure. And, you know, you could criticize that if you want. But how is he forcing people to take a stance? Stop obsessing over this.
Get this irony. What's the irony? There was something they said about...
It's like rain on your wedding day?
Yeah, dude, that's so ironic. Thank you. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'll read the comment. I just want to make it clear that we haven't had any contract or control since we publicly stepped down. Even though me and Ian were the faces of the event, many people were behind the scenes making decisions together.
Oh, God.
Please take responsibility. You're not the face of the event. This is your event. Have some leadership, man.
So is it Ian and the people behind the scenes fault that she's bust wrong?
She's trying to spread the blame to anonymous behind the scenes movers and shakers.
That's nice.
We were just the faces. We're like, you know, we're like, what's it?
Like a mascot of the event?
What's a branding deal where it's obviously just
They're phoning it in.
that's just the
Like
spokesman. And since who was going to promote the fight?
You.
Like Santa. On Keemstar's show. And
anyways, I wanted to talk about one moment that I found honestly like very nice in the original Creator Clash, and then I wanted to follow up on that actually with Airsoft Fatty. Now,
Oh yeah. And iDubbbz as he staggers across.
if you guys watched the original Creator Clash, and you know iDubbbz's documentary Full Force, this was one of the best moments in Creator Clash. Look
The
at this.
ropes and Dr. for the main event.
The national anthem. iDubbbz got fucking Airsoft Fatty to perform the national anthem. This was such a beautiful, wholesome moment. The whole fucking arena was singing together. You're never gonna see this at another influencer boxing event. Fucking Creator Clash made this happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Give it up for Airsoft Fatty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, for so proudly we
So proud. This was such a fucking beautiful moment. This was so wholesome. You know what I mean? It made sense in terms of like the character and the role that Airsoft Fatty played in iDubbbz's life, and even fucking Ethan tried to rip this off when he did like his boxing match versus, I forgot the guy, the annoying singer that he always brings on. He brought like Gabe out with him. Like Gabe is to Ethan what Airsoft Fatty was to iDubbbz.
as the twilight lets me be. Oh, I got nervous. Sorry, I got nervous, people. My bad. Let's just do this. Let's fucking do it. Ready?
He fucked it up and he did it a second time, folks. He started singing it again. How fucking funny is that?
Let's go. Oh, say, can you see?
Yes, it was Oliver Tree. Thank you, Gato Gato. He was boxing with Oliver Tree, and then he brought out Gabe, you know, as like his side man, just like iDubbbz did.
For so proudly we stand, while the dawn's best we, while the dawn's red light strikes through the perilous fight.
Look at how iDubbbz is looking at him, man. So fucking happy. He's smiling like a proud dad, looking at his kid at the high school, at the middle school play. He fucked it up again, folks. He fucked it up again. Detect Fevy says Fatty is now Sam Hyde's minion, speaking trash about Ian even after Ian paid his rent. That is true, and we're gonna watch a video of Fatty right after this, actually. Yeah, so he doesn't know the fucking words, bro. Oh, we got Jarvis here. Jarvis. So yeah, Airsoft Fatty doesn't know the fucking words to the national anthem, and he keeps fucking it up, bro. And the audience is trying to help him, and he keeps stopping to start it from scratch. This was happening live, bro. This was so fucking fun. This was so fucking fun to watch. Look at that. We got Coach Michael Briggs right here, folks. Fucking asshole. There he is. There he is. Him and his wife. All to get $5 grand from H3H3. Yeah, I remember you, child bride. I ain't forgotten. Child bride, grow up to be an adult. You guys can fill in the blanks. You guys know what I'm about to say. You guys know. See, like, the audience is not letting him. He was about to start again. He's like, I'm so sorry. They're like, no, shut up, Airsoft. We're going to keep fucking singing. Relax. They fucking fixed it for him. This was beautiful. We got Dr. Mike. This was truly a beautiful event. And honestly, I would sit here and watch the whole fucking fight. And I said before I wanted to react to the whole thing. It may be too long, and at this point, I don't think anyone cares about Creator Clash anymore. But speaking of which, so Airsoft Fatty was a huge friend of iDubbbz ever since the documentary, Full Force. But even Airsoft Fatty became involved with Sam Hyde, and he became a character on like Fish Tank, which is like a reality whatever show that like Sam Hyde and his crew put together. And now, like a couple of months ago, even fucking Airsoft Fatty, folks, who sang the national anthem, who walked by iDubbbz's side for his first fight in Creator Clash 1, even he has turned on iDubbbz. Like, iDubbbz can't fucking catch a break, folks. Like, even fucking Airsoft Fatty, bro.
Seeing that you to the point, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be blunt, to the point, and just get this over with, because this is not an easy video for me to do. First off, Ian, what's going on? You remember me, right? I hope so, because I've seen that you come back recently in an official capacity and allow me to officially say welcome back. Something the fans don't know about, but you sure as hell do, is the fact that I have reached out plenty of times through email the past year. I've called your old number, I've texted your old number, got nothing. You've blocked me on Instagram. And on YouTube, it seems you've hit on my comments, because neither you nor anyone who watches those videos ever replies to me or acts like they've even seen my comments.
Okay, so he's been calling. Okay, I didn't watch. I did not pre-screen this, so he apparently is saying that iDubbbz has been ignoring him. Well, let me just offer a reason as to maybe why, and this is just pure conjecture. It's because you've been involved with Sam Hyde, bro, and you've been spending time with Sam Hyde, filming content with Sam Hyde. What do you think Sam is telling you about iDubbbz in those? Do you think Sam is not mentioning iDubbbz when you spend time with him, when you film content with him? You think Sam is not shitting on Anissa or iDubbbz when you're spending time with him? Of course he is. So maybe that's why iDubbbz doesn't want to be involved with you. That's just my personal idea. Airsoft.
That being said, it does appear that this has become the one way I have to reach out to you. So firstly, I want to talk about Full Force. You know, that beautiful documentary you made on me from all those years ago, back in 2019. And you see, my father taught me a little saying that I've been looking at that documentary through the past few weeks, and I've realized something. And my father's saying was that the figures don't lie, but liars will always find a way to figure. So let's look at the figures. Let's look at the facts of what the video is. So Full Force is your #1 most viewed video. And it is the video that has made you the most fucking money, period. Both in sponsorship money and ad views. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it a lot. I really do. It brought a lot of attention. You brought a light to my crazy-ass life. And I will forever be grateful for this opportunity.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Full Force was extremely successful, but Airsoft Fatty got an immense amount of exposure and kind of became like a fucking celebrity after that. So I don't think you're owed any money from iDubbbz. What you see, like everyone is coming after iDubbbz for money. We didn't get a bonus, or like, you know what I mean? Like the iDubbbz's coach literally talked shit about him on H3 for a bonus that he wasn't even necessarily promised, or like he didn't even ask for the like if he had asked iDubbbz, hey, you mentioned a bonus once, can I get it? He didn't even ask for it. Went straight to Ethan to H3 to talk shit about iDubbbz. It's like people can't wait to talk shit about that guy. So either, honestly, and I'm going to be honest about this, either iDubbbz and Anissa are like as horrible as the fucking internet says they are, and I'm just here being a fan of iDubbbz and being like, I refuse to believe it. I like iDubbbz. Maybe iDubbbz is a fucking horrible person who anyone he's fucking worked with can't fucking wait to turn around and shit on him. But there's another solution, which I tend to believe is more accurate. I think iDubbbz has become the easiest fucking target. He's become the internet scapegoat. Someone wants to fucking blame someone, they fucking go for iDubbbz because he's an easy target, mainly because of Anissa. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. People are just using these people to as a fucking punching bag. iDubbbz and Anissa have become the internet's punching bag, essentially. And that's what I think. I think it's easier for people to blame iDubbbz and Anissa than anything else. That's what I think is happening.
4 million views later. All these years later, right? We're here, right now, in a season of airing dirty laundry. Spring cleaning, as they call it. So, it's time to air some out. Call me a content detective if you would.
For those of you who don't know, some of you guys are asking who this is. Of course. A few years ago, iDubbbz made a documentary on YouTube.
Big thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video.
Full Force, 24 million views, and it was a documentary about Airsoft Fatty, and it was the funniest fucking thing. One of the funniest things I'd ever seen on YouTube in my life.
98 Ford Explorer, and you just hear, and then it just stops, cuts off.
And it literally inspired me to make 2 of my own documentaries, Kung Fu Jesus and Shada, the documentary. And in the opening of Shada, the documentary, I literally say I'm a huge fan of Full Force, and this movie is a direct ripoff of Full Force. Like, I was that open about it. You know what I'm saying? So this is who Airsoft Fatty is. He was the subject of iDubbbz's first YouTube documentary. And it was really funny. He went into his house, explored his life, like everything. This is him taking like a bong rip. I honestly highly recommend you guys watch Full Force if you haven't. It really is fucking hilarious.
Because there's a lot of things that need to be addressed about my relationship with Ian. and full force in general. So let's address this, all right? When you first came to Battle Creek, Ian, that was a huge honor. And I mean that. It was a huge honor. If my mother were here, she'd tell you about how when you first pulled up, I didn't think you were real. I thought it was fake. But then I looked out the window, and there the fuck you were. And I said to myself, no fucking way, it's real. Man, you were a fucking legend, my guy. The thing is, you know, during filming, you shot me a lot of looks. You shot your camera guy a lot of looks.
Noxulato says they're upset because Ian no longer says the N-word. Basically, right? They're upset because Ian grew up. Ian grew up. Ian got married. Ian stopped making edgelord videos, and they were all kind of stuck in place. And they didn't like that iDubbbz was making mature decisions, mature observations. And they just kind of, you know, turned on him.
Not kind looks, per se. You made a lot of jokes that I, at the time, had fly over my head because I was starstruck. But, now that I look back at it, I really don't appreciate the way that you portrayed Robert. Now, I get it, me and him were fighting at the time. We had bad blood. But you made him look pretty Dahmer-like. You made him look pretty Dahmer-like. And in reality, he's more like a Vegeta to my Goku. That's simple. He's not Dahmer, dude.
He's talking about like his best friend who liked to like burn shit and like set things on fire. I mean, dude, it's bro, it's a comedy. It was a comedy documentary. No one is taking it all that seriously. Airsoft. Don't worry about it, bro.
And you know, the lightsaber fight at the end, that was pitiful. I'm gonna be honest, it was fucking pitiful. Both on my part and yours. You never were honoring me. At all. You weren't honoring my originality. You weren't honoring my content. No, you were just making jokes.
So he's looking back at the documentary now through a different lens, and he hates it, and he thinks that iDubbbz was actually making fun of him. But I mean, look, to be honest with you guys, I think, honestly, this is a guy that just spent way too much time with Sam Hyde, and Sam Hyde just fucking filled his mind with shit like iDubbbz was just using you. iDubbbz just wanted to make fun of you. And look, the documentary is a very comedic documentary, but you walk away from it actually feeling for Fatty and like loving him. You know what I mean? I never once laughed at him. You know what I mean? In fact, you actually walk away feeling some sympathy and wanting to help him. So this is purely Sam Hyde's influence, him spending time with him. And Sam does this. Sam tries to, anyone who's friends with iDubbbz, anyone who's close with iDubbbz, Sam Hyde tries to get involved with them somehow. He got involved with Fatty. He got involved with all of as many Creator Clash fighters as he could. He likes to recruit people that are in iDubbbz's circle to his circle to make iDubbbz's life way more fucking complicated. You know what I mean? He does that all the fucking time. So.
Jokes. Jokes upon jokes. And, you know, that's all fine. That's all fine and dandy. But what makes me upset about it is you claim to be on a redemption arc, and yet you've completely glossed over someone that you've fucked over majorly. Like, fucking majorly. Let me ask you this. Ian.
I mean, we're not going to watch this whole thing. This is 23 minutes, but like, so basically the point of this, of me showing this was, it's way too easy to hate on iDubbbz. And at this point, I mean, you got people like Ludwig, people like that, people like Hundar, people that are generally beloved by the mainstream audience, okay? They're turning against iDubbbz. You know, like, this isn't someone like Keemstar. This isn't someone like Ethan Klein. This isn't someone like XQC or Sam Hyde being like, fuck iDubbbz. These are people like Ludwig. You know what I mean? Mainstream fucking vanilla ass dude with cutie Cinderella. You got people like Dad, who everyone generally likes. You got Hundar, who is generally viewed positively. You got other fighters from Creator Clash. A lot of people coming out being like, hey, this was mismanaged and shit. What does this mean? Haley D says, Ian really done did it, pissing off Bobby Hill. Oh my god, that's so fucking true. Hey, Bobby. Haley, thank you for the super chat. So what is happening essentially, bro? You know? Is iDubbbz really such an incompetent cuck piece of shit. Ethan, oh fuck, I should have watched that. Ethan actually did call Anissa like a succubus, bro. Like he went as far as to calling her a succubus. We gotta see that. Sorry, but look at this.
Fan fiction replies to this are insane. It's no. She's going to leave him. She's going to leave him within a year.
From this post?
Yes. I've been right about everything else I've said so far.
I mean, unfortunately, that is somewhat true.
Within a year, Anissa is going to leave.
They don't seem like happy people, you know?
Well, no, she's
takes aside.
She is a complete, and I hate this phrase. I've avoided using this the whole time, but like, it sucks that it sucks to admit that in this case, everything people seem to have thought and said about her is apparently true. And she is a succubus.
There it is. She is a succubus. iDubbbz is a cuck. Anissa is a succubus. The transformation is complete, Ethan. You have completely evolved. You have reached your final incel form. You did it. Congratulations.
And she's gotten everything she can get out of Ian. And he's a husk of a man. I mean, you can see it. You know, he's basically she's puppeteering him. And, you know, I guess in one final Hail Mary to try to ingratiate herself to Hassan's circle for her upcoming streaming career, she has completely destroyed any credibility that Ian has left. Within a year, she's going to divorce Ian.
I mean, there you go. You know what I mean? Succubus. Anyways, folks, I mean, look, these are my thoughts on Creator Clash. I don't really have that many fucking thoughts on this anymore. It's done. It's unfortunate. Creator Clashes 1 and 2 were great. I would have watched the third one. Again, I bought the pay-per-view. I'm one of those people that are waiting for their refund. It's at this point, I just think Ethan has made such a loud mess of things, and he's been so publicly and loudly vocal against iDubbbz and Anissa and Creator Clash that I think it's just easier for most creators to just side with H3 to not face Ethan's wrath. Okay, look, a lot of people aren't like me, aren't like Denims, aren't like Frogan. Like, I don't give a fuck if Ethan comes after me, bro. I don't give a fuck. I want to stand for what's right. I want to speak my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck if it's going to lead to some online harassment by some fucking weirdo fucking incels. But people like Ludwig, people like Dad, they don't want to shake the hornet's nest too much, okay? They want to play it safe. They want to be cool with everyone. They don't want to make any enemies. Isn't Ludwig friends with Hassan? He feels like he's already probably gotten too much shit. And Ludwig's defending Ethan. Didn't Ethan make fun of your girlfriend's, like, AI porn, bro? Didn't he, like, laugh at your girlfriend's misery? And you're out here fucking defending Ethan and being like, this was iDubbbz's fault. Like, stop being a fucking bitch, bro. Sunflower Dragon says, you sound fine, Anthony. Greetings, all. Well, thank you so much, Sunflower Dragon. Yeah, I think people were saying that there was some freezing earlier, or like the mic was breaking off. But I mean, yeah, Ethan, just fuck it, man. He's just tiring people out. He's tiring people out, and they're just like, fuck it, man. I resign. Like, I support Ethan. Just don't come after me. I don't want to mess with Ethan's audience. That's what it is. Look, part of me sometimes is like, should have I gotten myself involved in this whole thing? Should I have gotten involved in the anti-Ethan content? Because now there's a whole subset of the internet that fucking hates me. You know what I mean? Like, I've lost half of the internet. But then I wonder, like, are these people that I would have ever wanted on my side? Are these people that I would have ever wanted to make videos for? Absolutely fucking not, bro. So in a way, I'm glad this whole thing happened because I've been able to filter out organically my audience. EU Watson, who is a patron and member, says the H3 sends £5 and says the H3 show is just disgusting now. You've been a target of Ethan and come out so well. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I've tried to come out well, mainly because I can ignore it, and I know he's got nothing on me, bro. What does Ethan have on me? That I hate Israel? Fuck Israel, bro. Fuck yeah, I hate Israel. Fuck yeah, I don't feel any sympathy for Israelis. Like, ooh, no, you got me. Death, death, death to the IDF, motherfucker. We got it on this fucking show.
Respond. Somebody found the cake, by the way. It comes from this grocery store, T&T. And it is...
They're literally tracking down the cake. Are you serious, bro?
It's $25. Which seems good. Seems like a decent price. You know? Seems decent.
6 inch?
That's a really tiny cake.
That's a tiny cake.
That's like a one person.
It has some variations.
Yeah, there's
Well,
an
I see.
8-inch.
There's different sizes.
I think hers
Yeah,
was
6
bigger.
inches.
Hers
Yeah.
was he sprung. He went big for it.
Yeah.
He was trying to make good.
35.
He's like, I'll get her the 10-inch one. We've had a tough year. Oh, and then you remember, guys, how Kate was like,
Guys, should we keep watching, or is Ethan going to sue me for being a market substitute? We're not watching your podcast, Ethan. We're just seeing what you're saying about Anissa, man, real quick.
Anissa, can you please unpin the video of us training? It's totally fucked that you're using that. You screwed us. You never promoted us. Okay? I would really appreciate you taking that down. And up until a few days ago, or yesterday.
He's been talking about this for like 30 minutes, bro. 50 minutes?
This week.
It's been 50 minutes just going over. Like, insane. Insane. It's insane. Anyways, folks, we're done with this shit. No need to give it any more attention. Let me give you guys an update on this week. Tomorrow, I'm going to watch Superman in IMAX at like 12 p.m. I'm unemployed, folks. I'm going to go watch Superman. I'm going to get a large caramel and salt popcorn, mix that shit up. I'm going to get a Diet Pepsi with a water, and I'm thinking like a Twix, maybe a Twix bar. Be ready for my 2 hours of fucking Superman and IMAX. Let's fucking go. And then I'm going to come back home, and I might try to do 2 streams. One, gaming stream on the gaming channel. Don't forget, folks, if you're watching, please subscribe to my new channel. Let me show it to you guys right here. Do Not Worry Gaming, folks. We're at 341 subs, actually. Fuck yeah. Thank you, guys. You guys helped us cross 300 subscribers. 340 subs. I'm going to be doing all types of games. I downloaded a very fun South Park RPG. We got a whole bunch of other games. Mud just recommended a very fun game for us to play together. Games that you guys will be able to play with us and interact and like vote in the chat and stuff like that. So we're going to have a good time. So please, if you haven't subscribed, the link to my new YouTube channel is pinned in the live chat, and I'm going to add it to the description of this video. And I'm going to write a comment actually and pin it in the comments so you guys can find it. Please consider... I just live streamed today. I played for like 3 hours almost, and I finished the stream right at the end by killing 2 gargoyle fucking bosses, bro. You guys want to see? You guys want to see? Look at this shit. Look at this shit, folks. No spoilers here. I mean, little minor spoilers. Watch me beat the fuck out of these fucking bosses. Is this towards the end? Look at this shit. Let me fix the quality so you guys can truly enjoy this. Fucking this motherfucker up, and then a second gargoyle shows up behind me. But I'm too busy fucking this bastard up. There, we took one down. Fuck. But this game is notoriously difficult for those of you who don't know Dark Souls. I was inspired by the 69-year-old dad who played it as his first ever video game and beat it in 9 months. So I'm like, if this old man can fucking beat this game, there's no reason I should be afraid. I'm going to do it too. Look at this greatness, folks. About to get him. About to get his ass. Boom. Got his ass. There we fucking go. There we fucking go. There we go. Last chance. It's almost 9 o'clock. 5 minutes before death. So, a lot more of this. More types of games as well. Fun RPGs. Colorful, like silly games. Fun detective games. All sorts of games. Support a brand new channel, folks. I need you guys to monetize this channel because it is I can't monetize it until it hits either 1,000 subscribers or gets 4,000 hours of view time. So we're almost at 400 subs. Let's get to I think I can get to 1,000 subscribers before I can get to 4,000 hours of watch time. But yo, and I made a playlist, so you guys, this is part 1 of my Dark Souls run. This is part 2. This is part 3. You're gonna be able to follow the whole thing if you want in a playlist right here. You know what I mean? If you ever want to watch the whole thing, I'm going to try to do clips. I need to find someone in the crew who has time to like make clips out of these. It's going to be hard, but I'm really like right now, a lot of my focus is going to be on getting the gaming channel up and running so I can monetize it. So I'm going to be splitting my time essentially between long ass gaming streams and then streams on the main channel talking about the things that you guys want to talk about. And It's going to be a bit of both. I'm going to be doing a lot of both. So if you guys are missing me on the main channel, just hop on over to the gaming channel. I'm going to be playing video games all the time. Interact, have fun with us. I want this to grow. I want it to be fun. I want it to be successful. I am literally unemployed. This is all I have time to do, and I'm taking it very seriously. All I can promise is that, like, I'm not fucking wasting any time. I streamed for like 4 hours yesterday. I streamed like 5 to 6 hours total today. I'm actually like putting in more. Like when I worked 8 hours a day, bro, sometimes you don't fully work those 8 hours. You know what I mean? You have some slow days where you don't really have much to do. When you're fucking streaming 6 hours a day, I have to be engaged. I have to be talking to you guys. I have to be entertaining you guys the whole fucking time. So it is actually, weirdly, it's not as hard as like a real job, but it is like, it's exhausting. It's 1 a.m. right now, folks. It is 1 a.m. Just like a heads up. It is 1 a.m. And I have to stream late here in Lebanon because a lot of my audience is watching from the US. So for you guys to be up and awake, I have to stream late at night. Now I need like at least 2 hours of winding down, so I'm not going to sleep before 3. We're still doing this together. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying full-time streaming. It's a bit more stressful than this being a hobby, but thank you guys for being here. It's honestly been super fun. I'm trying to have as much fun as I can with the games, and it is a lot of fun. I haven't gamed this much in a long time, and if one good thing comes out of unemployment is that I have more time to play video games, and I'm gonna fucking watch Superman in IMAX at 12 p.m. tomorrow when everyone else is gonna be in their office at work. I'm gonna be fucking watching Superman, so I'm excited about that. We got TW Ireland chat. Let's fucking go, TW. Haley D says don't burn out. I know, I have to try not to burn out, Haley. I have to work hard on not burning out. That is one of my concerns. Not that I have to stream for work and I have 2 channels and I have to game and I have to do this. I'm going to also have to try to be good about it and take breaks. But it is just, I'm not going to take any breaks until I can monetize the gaming channel at the very least. But yeah, folks, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Sorry if this was a slightly haphazard, not very well planned out stream. It was a bit all over the place, but because with the gaming, I've been very busy. We are going to have a very fun cuisines tier list. We're going to be doing tier lists every week. We're going to do rank world cuisines. I want to rank fucking animals, bro. Like just straight up animals. Like how do lions rank? How do tigers rank? I'm thinking snacks, fucking candy bars, Twix bars versus Kit Kat. All sorts of tier lists. 1 a week at the very least. Let's just have some fun. To everyone who was here today, thank you so much. Let me thank some of you guys who donated in the live chat. Let me give you guys the love that you deserve. And read your names aloud. Here we go. Fan funding. Thank you to EU Watson, Sunflower Dragon, Haley D, Nogzalatul, Robibi, Marmar, KMA. Thank you, FT Jan, Veronica, H Song, Madness Arcade. You guys are all fucking awesome. Marina Nimus, we love you. And Angelina Blythe. Thank you so much. And thank you to Irene the Dream for becoming a superhero patron, supporting us at that level. If you guys would like to support us on Patreon, consider doing so at patreon.com. Do not worry, podcast. You guys can become members of the channel. There are multiple different members with different kind of perks. I'm going to shoot a vlog tomorrow of me watching Superman at City Center Beirut. I will release that for members and patrons, so consider joining us. Folks, I love you so much. Have a good night. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow with more gaming / do not worry streams. And yeah, we're going to... Haley, you better bet that the Israelis are going to be on our food tier list. As always, folks, we love you. And... do not